Prime on the controls. Welcome to Charlie Chong TV. Three beautiful women, whole panel in a vibe. Vibing with mission, set the tone when she look you in your eyes. Damn, talk straight, no filter, no disguise. And a smooth with it, every word calm but precise. Cat going crazy, hear the numbers stay live. Everybody got opinions when the combo gets tight. Different views, same table, respect, stay intact. Late night panels where the feelings meet fast. Late nights, don't sleep, don't sleep. True talk, no retreat, no retreat. Panels live, crowd loud. Charlie Chan, TV, Charlie Chan. Drama in there, yeah, sick of the lie. Same topics rotate every time it go live. Black man in Germany, Berlin state of mind. Different culture, different land, still speaking the side. Black cleaner, keep the solid street calm, no flex. Miguel, keep the gangster, let the truth handle the rest. Ain't nobody running when the questions get steep. Nothing moves unless Pepper's not prime say speak. Two moderators, one room, one mic at a time. Now let it cook. Yeah. Charlie China TV, Louisiana, where it starts. Southern roots, but the vision way bigger than charts. Panel talking night, hotel reviews by day. From lobby to rooftop, telling no fake. Riding every wild and in the comments tonight. Typing fast, cracking jokes, adding fuel to the light. He with some more, his top supporter in the chat. But he say, cam up, Charlie, yeah, pressure like that. The travel POV, now that all men live. Guess these late nights feel different, everybody can't survive. Late nights, don't sleep. Real talk, roast speak. Hell's loud, crowd loud. Charlie Chan, TV, Charlie Chan, TV, Charlie Chan, TV, Charlie Chan. Shout out to Live J, Charlie Chan. Shout out to Replay Gang, Charlie Chan. Shout out to supporters who keep the lights on. If you're here every night, we see you. Let's talk. Hey, everybody going, Charlie Chan. Everybody going, right?
Yeah, that just felt right. What y'all think, man? I feel like that just felt right. What I'm looking for some feedback, man. That felt right. What y'all think? Man, how we feeling? Shout out to my good brother Prime pulled up. Shout out to Mr. Peppers, Foreign Skies. How you doing, good brother? Lance, what it do, bro? You still out there in CTG? Or you done made it back to the States? I'm damn near sad for you, bro. Like if you back in the States, man, maybe I'm the only one that when I come back to the States, yeah, it felt right. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm the only one that on the way back to the States, man. It's kind of sad, man. Like, man, like you got to well, y'all, if y'all not around snow, you wouldn't know. But like, say, like your school is the only school open on the snow day when all the other schools closed. That's what it feels like when I leave, like the DR or something. You know what I mean? Foreign Skies, I'm not. Yeah, for real, Mr. Peppers. I'm not. He said, "What's the weather looking like down south?" You know, I'm up north right now. You know what I mean? So, whatever it looked like down south, I could guarantee you it's better than up north. Like say, I had to hurry up and get back. If y'all knew what I had to do to get back on time in this motherfucker, I promise you would be calling your aunties, your uncle, man. Just subscribe to this brother, man, because he dedicated, man. I'm damn near my truck sliding all over the road and everything. So, but I made a commitment, man. I'm gonna do everything I can to see to that commitment. But yeah, Mr. Peppers, every time I leave, man, that shit just a sad thing. You know, like when Kevin Hart got on the bus when he said his mama had a message for the teacher and his homeboys was playing and shit, and he like, nah, not today, guys. Nah, that's how I feel, man. Like niggas be calling like, yeah, bro, you on your way back? Nah, bro. You know what I mean? So, oh, you say you still there? Little club later to see what it do. Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. I know, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Any man that has went and let any man of our hue that have went through the rigmarole of getting a passport and things of that nature, man, you deserve to enjoy yourself, man. So, man, enjoy, King. No, not Virginia. I'm in Minnesota. I think didn't you say you like over there in Chicago, bro? Or was that somebody else? Cause I think somebody said like they right next door. But no, I'm not down there, man. I kind of wish, man, anywhere but here. But at the same time, I'm here because for one, coming to Minnesota after being in Mississippi, bro, it's like going to an oasis after living in. Yeah. I thought that was you in Chicago. So we right next door, bro. That's like 50 minute goddamn it plane ride. In fact, I fly to Chicago. Chicago is my positioning flight. A lot of people don't understand what positioning flights is that's something I'm going to be getting into more 2026, man. Like 2026 going to be a monster, but I got to burn the shit down first, guys. I just got to burn it down. But it's going to be a monster, man. We're going to talk about like say positioning flights. Like say a lot of people don't know. Like say, let me give you an example. Then I get into the topic. Like say from here to the DR, it'll be the best flight would probably be like 650, and it'll take me what 12 hours. It was about anywhere from 12 to 14 hours with that price range. But it cost me $45 if I buy the ticket ahead of time to go from here to Chicago, no more than $90. I could get there within 7 to 9 hours, as well as the ticket will be like $450 round trip. So when I say position in flight, that's what I mean. So Chicago is where I position myself a lot of times to fly like international. When I went to Brazil, I positioned myself in Chicago first. Yeah, bro. When you going to Uganda, man, I feel. Oh yeah, you said March, bro. I'm looking forward to going to Africa, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm looking forward to going to Africa. Man, it look like it's a vibe out there. I just got to do some more research to see where to go and where not to go because they said, man, you can end up in a bad position out there. Shout out to my good brother Prime. You know what I mean? You want to know the lay of the land and things of that nature. Shout out to Ronan's Travelers. I think he was talking about that the other day, like knowing what neighborhood you are in and things of that nature. Something that I do, guys, when I travel. And when I linked up with the brothers in Brazil, I said, "Do any of you guys go to the travel clinic before y'all leave the country?" They was like, "What? What is the travel clinic?" But because of me, my health history, I go to the travel clinic and things of that nature. A lot of times before I go to new places, I go to the DR so much to where I don't go to the travel clinic there because I know what to look out for. I know like what's prevalent in this area because some places that have what's the shit that you get from mosquitoes. Then other places that have like yellow eyes, something like that. So you got to know that. So and with that, I'm saying that to say, like, say when I go places, especially new places, I like to know where the U.S. embassy is, where the closest hospital is, and landmarks and things of that nature. Yeah, no, that's a fact. Mr. Boyd, what it do, bro? What it do, bro? Man, how you feeling? How many? I'm pretty sure you meant to say how many countries have I been to. Are you talking about my whole life, or just as an adult? Because keep in mind, I was an army brat too, so I traveled a lot with my mother, and that was primarily like so I'd have been to Germany and things of that nature as a kid. I'd have been to Germany as a kid and things of that nature, but thus far, I think as an adult, just like the DR and Brazil, I believe. Maybe something else will come to me, or maybe those just the two that just really, really, really stick out in my head. But I'm pretty sure have I been to, I want to say I've been to Cancun or something like that, but I probably haven't. I probably haven't. Don't. Let's just go with those two. DR and Brazil, which is man, both of those places, man. If you go, like say if you're the first time traveler, I would say DR is a great place to start with, especially because of the brotherhood there, man. It's always somebody in the DR that you can connect with that's from the States, man. I think that's one of the strong points about the DR that a lot of brothers don't bring up as much. I didn't mention that first. You was with DC. Oh yeah, for sure. When you first seen or heard of me, I was with DCPRT. Yeah, man. Believe it or not, man, that's when I realized knew this thing was real. You know what I mean? When I realized knew like, man, this is a group of like-minded brothers, man, to where I can connect and build with. But yeah, no, DCPRT, man, that's my brother. Ryan's my brother, man. Like say, getting a chance to really pull up and kick it and getting a feel like that came out, getting to meet somebody and see how they are in real life. To see how somebody are in real life, I think it go far. Elaborate. When you said you was drunk. Oh, when in Brazil, listen, I can't debate that because I live my best life in Brazil, man. I live my best life. I ain't gonna lie to you. We went to the carnival, bro. We was drinking all night. When I tell y'all, we went to the carnival. I think we started loading up to go to the carnival route like 6 or 7 or something like that. Bro, we didn't leave the carnival until like the sun was coming up the next day. I feel like say if you brothers, man, if you brothers like have the chance to experience that, I strongly recommend that you do just because it's a once in a lifetime type of thing. It's the biggest carnival in the world, man, and it's kind of eye opening, man. That's why I tell brothers, like say, I'm not speaking about anyone specific or things of that nature, but I tell brothers, man, if you haven't traveled, you cannot really compare it because it's like nothing else. You know what I mean? Like to go to Brazil and see all those beautiful black people, man. And this gonna sound bad, guys, but if you from the state, especially if you from the hood, you grew up in the impoverished areas, man, you gonna kind of know what I mean. Man, I didn't even see nobody get to fighting. I didn't even see no arguments there. And all these black people here, and want nobody fighting or arguing or nothing. I said, oh man. The reality that we have is completely different than the reality in the rest of the world. Yeah, for sure. Those was two chicks, believe it or not. The little chick was super pretty in the face. At the carnival, the little chick was super. Or you might be talking about on the yacht too, cause man, listen, Brazil is overran with baddies, bro. Don Banks and Skyler is not capping, bro. Brazil is overran with baddies, bro. Like now, you could get fine blindness in the DR. You can. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean, especially in places like where the beach and stuff is. But in Brazil, when I say fine blindness, you can't even see all the fineness that because you will never be able to focus on nothing. Like you'll be tweaking like a crackhead out there. You like Smokey in the chicken coop. Like you just looking everywhere. You can't. Man, they just so bad, and it's all forms and colors and it's beautiful out there, man. I think like say if I was to ever do because a couple of brothers been telling me, Charlie Chan, you should host a meet and greet and things of that nature. And I've been considering and things of that nature, so things like that. But I want to make sure that I fully support my brother Ryan and things of that nature. So I will holler at him to see what he think about it. But if I was to do it, man, it would have to be something like that, like something to where, man, we could really soak up the culture. I think the DR It's beautiful, man. Like I say, I think that's Ryan's prior territory as far as oh word. You know, yeah, man. Listen, the worst thing about going to Brazil is actually the going part. Once you get there, it's so worth it, bro. It's so worth it. That's why I say, speaking of the native tongue, like for me, the answer to that is learning the language worth it is unequivocally yes. You know what I mean? And Mr. Pebbles, I would love for brothers like you to chime in, like brothers that actually speak Spanish and shit like that. Mr. Pebbles be rolling with it. You know what I mean? Like I say, I had to get him to translate to the little security guard because he was like, nah, y'all can't play y'all music, y'all can't smoke cigars. I hit his ass with a good 500 pesos. That nigga smooth looked the other way like somebody called his name. I think it was like 500 pesos. I don't even give a fuck if it was 1,000 pesos, bro. We was in the moment and we was kicking it, bro. So for me, it was worth it. But yeah, Brazil is what it do, man. But I can also tell you, I know a lot of brothers. They don't want to go out there and things of that nature. But we are individuals, and I can understand that. I actually appreciate that. I actually got Thailand on my list. I want to go out to Thailand and see what Thailand's like. You know what I mean? I want to go, like you say, to Africa. I want to go to Africa, see what that's like. Like, I was meant to see the world, man. I know I wasn't meant for this cold shit here, though. God ain't had that in mind when He made me. You know what I mean? If He did, why would He give me this melody? You know what I mean? This is meant for the sun. Yeah, I heard Vietnam is a groove too, bro. I heard it's a groove, man. You know what I mean? Like I hear Vietnam and the Philippines is kind of on the same level, but either way it go, like when you go out there, you're really gonna get your money's worth. I hear the women are beautiful and submissive and things of that nature. The fact of the matter is, like, say it, I'm almost preparing my brain to deal with that in Thailand. That the women is not gonna be like the women that we're used to. You know what I mean? Like the African women is the women that we're used to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what a lot of people don't know is we all see the Betty Boo and things of that nature. It was a real Betty Boo, and well, she was made after someone. The character Betty Boo, like the cartoon, now is a black woman, like thick as fuck and shit like that. So we been like they've been BBLing it up without the surgery joint. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to go, goddamn it, check out Africa. But I want to go to Vietnam, and like I say, I'm going for the experience. And for me, that's why I'm burning it down, gentlemen. You know what I mean? It can't always be about cheeks, man. It can't always be about cheeks. Now, do I plan on doing a little clapitalization down there? Hell yeah, why not? You know what I mean? But it's not a high priority, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't live your life and you don't had women and things of that nature throughout your life, like it's just icing on the cake, man. It's not the end all be all. It's not like, oh, if I can't get no chicks or nothing, I won't go. No, a lot of times I just go for the experience, bro. You know what I mean? So that's just me. But at the same time, I do understand that it is brothers in this community that all they want to do is talk about enrolling in cheek clapping university. You know what I mean? Which is cool to a certain extent, but what's the old saying where they say, and then, you know what I mean? Then what? Because listen, my last trip to now, I don't think I could have got. I can't say that, but when I was in the DR this last time, man, I was like, man, I kind of overdid it. You know what I mean? I could see brothers getting used to it and getting the wolf out getting the wolf out their system, like Ronan would say. You know what I mean? But after that, man, you could just sit back and chill, man. I'm telling you, some of my fondest memory in the DR, man, is walking the Malecon, just seeing the people, the culture, and things of that nature. You absolutely right, bro. You absolutely right, and that's what I gotta make known. It's different levels to it, man. If you just want to monger, that's cool. That's cool. Do your thing, but don't act like we the same, man. Don't act like we. That's like acting like a samurai warrior is the same as the motherfucker that go to the local gym. It's not the same. They both in shape, but it's not the same. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But I'll be dropping the link in a minute, man. I just gotta just had some things that I get off my chest and things of that nature, man. What y'all thinking, man? Like, say, how did y'all feel about the intro and things of that nature? For some reason, man, every time, especially that lady, I think that the one with the violin, somebody said, man, you should try it as an outro. So we're gonna try that tonight. I'm gonna try to do a hard stop. Yeah, what it do, sis? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, man. Shout out to my good brother POV. In fact, let me send him a text and shit. Oh, I didn't see what you say. You drinking water tonight? Yeah, I'm drinking water tonight, sis. You know why? Because I don't want to just be on here every night just getting toasted and things of that nature. Even though I feel like I'm not outraged or anything like that, but that's just not the image that I want of myself all the time. You know what I mean? Like with you and bro, y'all will pull up and y'all be doing the hookah thing every now and again, but a lot of times y'all just pull up and be kicking it. You know what I mean? And it's for me, it's like the image that I want to portray. You know what I mean? The way that I want myself to be seen. I don't want myself, oh, that nigga. Like one time I get drunk going to Brazil, and now goddamn it, Sin City labor me to drunk. You know what I mean? But no, shout out to Sin. Nah, I fucks with that brother, man. Very knowledgeable brother and things of that nature. So yeah, 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 for sure, man. So yeah, no, bro, we kicking over here. Shout out to my good brother Mo Black. You said you clapping cheeks in for a country. Say is all that matters. Well, yeah, you know what? Like I say, um, and I know you just talking shit a little bit though, but no, that's cool. But what my whole thing is this, Mo Black, it's a byproduct. It's a byproduct. Now, if you, man, shout out to my good brother Chris. If you get back and tell me, oh, man, I'm going into monk mode because you can't get chicks, that's different. But if the only time you get sex is when you get out of the country and you not like extremely running up the bag, what it do with DMV, and you're not extremely running up the bag, something's wrong, bro. Something's wrong, and we gotta highlight that. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing. But clapping, listen, I'm gonna be a multi-continent cheek clapper, but I also plan on being an international real estate owner. I also plan on being an international business owner. You know what I mean? So it all go hand in hand. So for me, that's the way I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? And like I say, if you used to getting women and things of that nature. Now I could see those dungeon and dragon type of brothers and stuff like that, which is say like in school, like use the goosebump book reading niggas and y'all play dungeon and dragons all the time and girls when your thing. I get it, go crazy. You know what I mean? But back when they was doing that, I was getting chicks. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was getting D's and C's and getting cheeks. You know what I mean? What it do, DMV man? How you doing, good brother? Yeah, no, for sure. And that's what I'm not. My thing is not to judge foreign Scott. That's my thing. Like I say, man, I didn't kick it with pimps, hustlers, hookers, whores, all that shit. My thing is not to judge because ain't nobody's without sin. You know what I mean? But let's, let's put some parameters on it. Let's not say we saving up 3 months out the year to go crazy for a week in a different country. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's. And my thing is, let's build something. My in this community, man, we got access, even and we're still small. We got access to so much going on over here, man. Like, Ronan Travers, man, pulled up and dropped so much game, bro. Like, I thought my head was gonna explode, bro. Elaborate, Mo Black. What's wrong with what? I thought my head was gonna explode, bro. We seen Misha husband start a business from nothing, and he getting to the bread. Why nobody want to talk about that? That's my thing. You know what I mean? Each one teach one. Mo Black on here, like he gonna give me pushback. I'm cool with that, but he even got knowledge that's not readily available. Why not use each other as resources where we all could be out here kicking it on the yacht together, sipping Mai Tais? Yeah, that's what I've said before. Now, Misha, you got on my case one time when I said that. Once you get it out your system, you know what I mean. You did get on my case one time, but I think, like, say, because after that, like, it's only so much cheek clapping you could do, man. If you ever been in a relationship, it's only so much juice that you listen. Don't judge me, cause I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Because this is the community, man. Like, one thing I can say, man, I've never been faithful to a woman in my life, but also I can say the women that had me the most faithful, that they made it their job to, like, keep a nigga stomach full and goddamn it testicles empty. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be out and I'll tell a chick, like, my ex chick, not the chick that I just got out of a relationship with, but the chick before that, I tell her I'm about to leave, and she be like, "Come back here right fast." You know what I mean? Just to drain it. It's been time to where I tell the chick, "Man, I ain't got nothing to give you." You know what I mean? Like, babe, I wanted to when I left the house, but baby got your boy right. Okay. We say Mo Black say, man, I ain't gonna lie. Hey brother, tired after work between exercising and raising a kid. So you have your kid full time, Mo Black, man. Shout out to you, good bro. And it's brothers like you that deserve to get out there and, man, kick your feet up. You know what I mean? But if you told me that you wasn't winning in the States, bro, for one, I would feel like something is grossly wrong. You know what I mean? Because you in the South and me, Texas most of all. And for two, I'll be like, what bro got going on to where he not winning? Because a lot of times we got to look in the mirror and say it's us. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out right. Yeah, he definitely right there. Jeff definitely he'll pull up and say some shit that you got to dissect, you got to think about for a while. You know what I mean? Like, man, shout out to bro because he study be, pulling up and dropping some game on some real on some real type shit. You know what I mean? Salute to my brother worldwide, man, bro. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, man. You know what I mean? I think that's the longest I done cook, bro. Like, I don't know that intro. Never. Did you hear the songs that POV made for me, man? That intro got your boy in his bag, man. Oh, you got joint custody? Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. But either or, man, you a black man and you out here doing it. If you a man, period. Let me take the restraints off. If you a man, period, and you out here doing your thing, bro, you deserve some R&R. You deserve it, man. But my thing is, man, shout out to my good brother Prime because we be speaking about that. How do we prolong it? Or just what we want to do for the next years? Like Misha and them on their way out, bro. That's why you see them hustling like they do. They got an exit plan. They finna escape, goddamn it. And they gonna be over there laughing at us. Them niggas still over there talking about clapping cheeks while they in the sun living a good life. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. You know what? I was talking to some brothers in the background, man. I said, man, what y'all think about me doing the marathon? It was like, bro, for one, you'll get your numbers up. For two, people get used to seeing you. Like, it was more upside than it was downside. It was more pros than cons. So, yeah. I'm trying to do the daily thing, bro. Like, say today was one of the hardest days because not only was I extremely tired, but man, I had to go way over town to feed my dogs and get back and do this live because if I like say last night I tried to go after the live, man, I was so tired. I was so tired, it was terrible. But you said you didn't see the intro come. No, you know what though, bro? I think I'm gonna put some visualizations with it. You know what I mean? I feel like that came out wrong, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, come on, like we're versing the ebonics. You know, it was me just say she itching from the DR. You know what I mean? And they both, man, shout out to them, man. See, those are the people, it's people like Misha right near when they get to where they going, you can't do nothing but be like, bro, they deserve it. Because if you say anything else, you will hate it. When you see them actually actively putting in the work. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And if it don't inspire you, I can't say you this, that, and the third, but it inspired me to see a person like getting it out the mud, doing their thing. You know what I mean? And they working on their exit. They actively working on their exit plan. Actively, you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, yeah, no. So that's what it is. 47. Hey, listen, if it was 47 here, let me see what Alexa. What is the temperature?
Right now, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of -3 degrees.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here, guys. I gotta get out of here like the Shawshank Redemption, Andy Dufresne type shit. I'm breaking out in the middle of the night type shit, man. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, yeah, you say so you only been there once. Yeah, no, like say, and then the opportunities are there. Yeah, 10 degree, but you in Chicago, I'm sure y'all get it too, bro. Man, you right next door. I'm sure y'all get it too, man. Like, believe it or not, 10 degrees is maneuverable. It's like when it get below zero. Like, you know what I mean? But me should say 47. Man, you will see people going to the club on a Monday when it was 47 right now. Well, even though it's not Monday, but I'm just saying 47 would change everybody's mood, man. You know what I mean? So shit. Let's get my logo for it. Oh, word, that's what's up. So, what you is it just gonna be for your company, or you gonna be selling the hoodies, or what you got going? Cause you know, not only am I gonna support, man, but I'm gonna push the brotherhood to support too, man. Cause each one teach one, man. Each one still sharp as steel, man. And if we don't support each other, how can we expect, you know what I mean, the outside people that's not a part of this thing of ours, man, to support us, man. So I'm finna get ready to drop, man. I feel like I've been cooking for a while, but I'm finna get ready to drop the link, man. Feel free to pull up. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, yeah. I thought you would like, yeah, yeah. What's the temperature out there? Foreign skies. That's a dope name too, though. If I'm keeping it in the book. You know what? I've been to Boca Chica. Like, say, I've only stayed in Boca Chica once, and it was a decent little Airbnb joint. It was like walking distance to the beach and things of that nature. It was super. It was super like laid back. I liked it and things of that nature. But if I'm keeping it a buck, that was more of a defensive move because what I hear a lot of like those Uber drivers to play games with you. So I wanted to be closer to the airport so it'll eliminate them playing games with me. But man, I think anywhere near, because if they say it's walking distance to the beach, bro, I think you in good hands. But it's certain amenities that me myself that I have to have in Airbnbs. But long as it's for me in Boca Chica, long as it's walking distance, I'm good. You said you said for the workers and also for sale. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So 2026, Misha coming out with man, yeah, for sure. Misha and right near coming out with merch. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing here, man? If we ain't getting to the binag, man, I get it. Cheeks are lovely. I love cheeks, man. Wars have been started about cheeks, but build your fortress first before you start going. Oh, you say it's 31 degrees over there, bro? Damn, y'all in a damn good position. Yeah, no, Misha, I think a lot of the brothers will support. You know what I mean? Just because of the value that you and bro bring to the community. Yeah, you definitely need to brand it, but you know what I mean? Because when niggas hear that you haven't branded something, they'll run branded just because they know that you can't. I mean that you haven't. You know what I mean? So I would keep it on the slaughter. Then you know what I mean. But I think that's a dope name. You know, the two squeeze. Yeah, boxing money. Yeah, the two scratch relievers is boxing money. Yeah. Which one would you say is more of a stress reliever? You know what I mean? Shout out to Stay Hot, man. How you doing, good brother? I'm gonna go ahead and drop this goddamn link too, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. Goddamn shit. Me, you said that shit so real that goddamn it, I want re-put it in the chat, man. Because a lot of people don't understand that, bro. Like, that's what I'm telling people, and I have been saying that multiple times, man. Pussy is chicks is a byproduct of being successful. It's gonna fall in your lap. And I don't know, Misha, you a woman that's in the what's name, but elaborate on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop this what's name. We'll talk about this. You pull up, man. You know what I mean? But shout out to Misha. You know what I mean? Because that's from a woman, and that's a fact. So while you chasing that ass, you need to be chasing that cash, man. Because guess what? Long as women are around, pussy gonna be here, bro. I don't know if y'all can put those two together, but that's kind of how it works. But I'm talking about setting the bar, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like say when actually getting out of this system of I think America in a lot of ways is another form of slavery. You know what I mean? When you just think about it now. Is it still a great country? Yes. This is where I'm gonna run up the bag at. So how can it not be great? Second. That's a fact. Appreciate you, stay high. Appreciate you, stay high, man. Definitely, man. Y'all like to subscribe, man. We're gonna build this thing out, man. Like say, the more I go live, the more I'm getting people hitting me up, bro. Like, bro, I love what you're doing with the community, man. I see your growth, man. Keep going, bro. You know what I mean? You got our support, things of that nature, man. So man, yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate the support from each and every one of you, man. Once again, if you haven't hit the like, man, hit the like and be sure to super goddamn it assassinate that goddamn it subscribe button. Cause we got, man, 2026 is gonna be a monster, man. 2026 is gonna go crazy. Like say, I got some things in the works to where I just don't want to reveal just yet, but it's gonna go crazy, man. You know what I mean? But we gotta have that burn down episode. We definitely gotta have that burn down episode. Cause for one, we gotta know. I gotta make it clear where I stand. Like say, we all are like minded brothers, but like you say, if you ever took jujitsu, they rarely have the white belts rolling with the black belts. You know what I mean? Because it's supposed to be mutually beneficial, and that's not beneficial. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that to say with levels to this thing, you know what I mean? It's okay to be at a certain level because a million-mile journey begins with one step, but we cannot confuse the people that's on their 100th mile with the person that's in their first mile. You know what I mean? So that'd be my thing, Johnny. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I mean? See, but here's the thing. Let me see, how can I put that? I think if brothers applied principles like that, a lot of the issues that we have as a people will fall to the wayside. You know what I mean? Because something that I experience, something that I see, and something that I feel, the richer you get, the less you feel racist. Not saying that you're not gonna feel it no more, but that's not your go-to. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I feel I've seen where it's been an episode. a situation where somebody didn't get the part or they didn't get the job, so oh they was racist. Like, no, you just wasn't that good, bro. Everything not racist. You know what I mean? So we got to be like that's why I'm with the leveling up. I'm with the set the bar higher. You know what I mean? Let me send out some of these. What's the name? That's what I'm with, man. You know, and it's a lot of brothers that's in the community that's with the same thing. You know what I mean? Holding each other accountable, and things of that nature, man. So I'm with it, man. I'm definitely with it. Let me send out some of these what's I ain't even send out no text today. We about 40 minutes in. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so we're gonna dive into that too. We're gonna dive in that too if you can. Cause like say the more that for me, the more that I do learn the language, the more that I find that I enjoy myself. You know what I mean? When I'm with brothers that do speak the language, I see they got a different type of movement about them. They got a different type of swag about them. Come with a certain sense of confidence when you could be in a room with people that speak in the language and you can know what they saying. You can know they not trying to line you up. Yeah, for sure, bro. You know you're welcome. You definitely know you're welcome, man. Shout out to you, man. You back in the States or you still where were you in Portugal? Yeah, for sure, for sure. But yeah. I dropped the link so anybody want to pull up, you more than welcome. But yeah, man, I think learning the language. Oh yeah, pull it up. I think you done pulled up before, phone guys, man. You know you're welcome to, bro. If I've seen you before in this community, man, and you interactive in the chat, and I don't even want to stop it at that because what I would say when Ryan had his meet and greet, bro, I was meeting brothers that never said anything in the chat. They never pulled up on a panel, but they was loyalists. I'm talking about bro talking about the favorite episode and things of that nature and things. So man, like if you're a part of this thing of ours, man, you're more than welcome to pull up, man. More than welcome. But yeah, like I said, he said, "Can you join today?" Yeah, bro, for sure. Like the links up there if you want to pull up, bro. Like I say, the only thing that I ask is like for one, let's we gotta be respectful to each other and let's not be. You can use some vulgarity, but let's just not just be overly vulgar for no reason. You know what I mean? I think as adults, we all have the capacity to express ourselves without just overly. You know what I mean? Using obscenities and things of that nature. Yeah. Now that's a fact. That's a fact because here's the thing with Google Translate, man, it almost like it slows your momentum down. And then I don't know if y'all know, Google Translate don't get everything right all the time. Have y'all experienced that? Google Translate do not get everything right all the time. So you got to deal with that. You know what I mean? But I'm learning. In fact, oh man, shout out to my brother Jerry Holiday, man. He okay, let me pull up Misha. But yeah, nah, shout out to my brother Jay Holiday. He be hitting me up and working with me and things of that nature with my Spanish, man. I gotta call him when I get off. Yeah, what it do, sis?
You're
Let me ask you this: as an East Coaster, how do y'all feel when people that's not from the East Coast use that term?
use what term?
You're, you're,
Oh, we the only ones that use it.
yeah, yeah. That's where it came from.
I
Well,
don't. I don't know. I don't know.
okay. Well, I'm saying who I first started. Well, I can't say he the first person, but the person I seen use it frequently. Um, I think his name Finesse or something like that, like rich and unemployed. That's how he started a lot of his screams and things of that nature.
Oh, I
But
got that from Rainier because they do that in New York.
yeah,
So
that's what I thought it was from New York, since you were New York type shit.
yeah.
But yeah, no, though. So it's like say, let me ask you this: as far as the topic and things of that go, like, do you think like learning the native tongue is like will foster you having a better experience?
Oh, for sure. Because, when you learn the language to whatever country you in, it opens up the female there more. Not just the female, like when you go on to restaurants, and let's just say you going to get on a yacht or, you going somewhere where not too many of tourists be at and you're just around the locals, they become more inviting. It's nice to
Right.
learn the language. It shows a form of respect to me sometimes. It doesn't have to be perfect, but talk to your people. We all one at the end of the day.
Nah, that's what's up. What's that? Who? I know what to do, man. Chris, Sick of the Lies. What's that song? Is that Earth, Wind, and Fire? We are one.
Give me a chorus. Give me some chorus.
Who?
Some chorus.
I, it, I don't know. Are you saying that's the name of the people that sing that song?
Nah, I need to hear the chorus. We are one.
Oh, okay. What it do? Foreign Skies, how you doing, young brother?
What's up, bro?
Man, chilling, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Um, Chris, let me ask you because I know when you pull up, you always got something to say immediately. You good, bro? How you feeling today? How you feeling?
Who that?
You?
I'm straight. Shit. I got
Okay.
that little bar in my head. You know that
What's that?
we'll say drummer on the panel. Yeah, sick of the lies. That was hard. That was hard. That was hard, man. I like the other one better though, Charlie.
Do you?
I like the
Well,
violin and the female. Yeah.
the violin is on one song and the female is on the other song.
Oh, I'm 42. I be mixing shit together. But yeah, I
Yeah,
like to jump with the female.
yeah.
Oh,
It sounds
yeah,
like some
that's it.
Viking shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you want to go to war.
that's my Facebook name. My Facebook name, Ragnar Lothbrok.
No,
Yeah, Ragnar Lothbrok. Yeah. So
that's
I
what's
fuck with the
up.
Vikings and all that shit.
Yeah, that should make me want to put on some war paint or something. You know what I mean? I want
Bro,
an army crawl across my front room floor type shit.
yeah, it's crazy. I used to be a warrior. Not like what's it called? A warrior. I used to be a warrior for real. I was a little motherfucker, bad motherfucker, but I ain't on no warrior shit no more. I'm gonna call the police. You know, that's what I'm on.
Well, here's the thing, Chris. As a person that travels like yourself,
Mm.
sometimes like the police, for one, don't operate the way that they do in America, and for two, sometimes the police don't get there in time. So you may have to bring that warrior out of you.
Yeah, man, I got a good 58 seconds. 58 seconds of hell for your ass. You know.
But so yeah, Chris, I know you say Quanta Questa is about as far as you go, but do you think like say you could have a better experience if you
Of
like learn the
course.
nature?
Of
Yeah.
course, bro. I had said like last year, I said, man, I'm not going to Spanish speaking countries anymore without being able to communicate for myself. Cause I feel it minimizes you as a person, bro. Cause you go from being, even if you're intelligent in your own country, you become like in an infantile state because
Yeah.
everything's so basic. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say Buenos Dias and little shit like that, but I can't communicate, bro. I can't have a conversation. I can't talk to you for 2 minutes.
It's like that was the beautiful thing about Duolingo. I don't think they show you how to like use words and think. Well, they don't show you sentences, but they show you words, and after that, you could build on that. Like yo quiero agua. You know what I mean? Yo necesito vaso. You know what I mean? You just keep on building. Me quiero toto. You know what I mean? Like it's just like different shit to where you could just build on it. Di Dante Estai, Di Dante Vives, and things of that nature. So I'm you said not Duolingo. Well, that's what I'm only saying that because that's what I've used. You know what I mean? But I had like a 890-day streak, and when I figured out I wasn't fluent, I was like, "This some bullshit." Damn, Chris, you jumped. You fell down. But yeah, let me ask you this, Foreign Skies. Do you speak Spanish at all?
Nah, I don't speak no Spanish, my boy.
Do you plan on learning?
Yeah, so actually, I got a different twist. I want to learn Spaniard Spanish from Spain. I want to learn that shit that was here before, like all the other type of Spanish. Cause they say if you learn Spaniard Spanish,
Yeah.
you can communicate with any other Latin speaking country. You know what I'm saying?
That's the King's English, and
I wouldn't know, brother, but that's
What
just
do
what I
you
heard through the
speak
grapevine.
Spanish?
that's like
Huh?
the top of the line Spanish, ain't it?
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
like
I
Spanish,
think
Spanish,
yeah.
yeah,
Spanish
yeah.
is the original. Like it's one way to speak Spanish. It's only one way. So everybody put their own slang to it.
right, right.
But it
So,
was it was
uh,
all just one way to talk it. It's just now Dominicans have their own slang to it. Puerto Ricans have their own slang. Colombians have their own slang. But like I get what he's saying. Spaniards is like the I guess the more proper, the original.
yeah, it's real correct
The,
and real like pronounced. You know?
No, that's nosotros, isn't it?
nosotros, that's we.
Nah, that's like everybody don't use it. Like they use it in like Spain, right?
Now they use that in the DR.
Now do they?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay.
But
So,
like say,
like,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, so
No,
you
go ahead.
got like Colombian Spanish, Dominican, Panamanian, Costa Rican. We can go on and on and on and on, and they put their own little mix on it. But I just feel if I knew Spaniard Spanish fluently, I can communicate no matter what Latin country I go to. See what I'm saying?
I think they give you more respect, but they'll try to overcharge you. I want to learn Colombian Spanish. I think that's like the mid, right? The middle of the road.
I can't stand their
They
Spanish.
say
They
Oh,
Colombian
should be
Spanish is
fast too, bro.
better than DR.
Uh,
Say that again, Misha.
I don't like Colombian Spanish.
Why you say that?
I just I don't know. I don't like it. It's hard for me to understand. I can understand the Dominicans more than I can understand the Colombians.
Colombian Spanish the first time I heard "oi," so I fuck with it.
And the Colombians is the way they talk Spanish is more proper than the Dominicans. So I can imagine Spaniards, like I'll be lost.
¿Qué lo que, mi amor?
Ah, what it do, mi amigo?
¿Cómo está? Hizo tranquilo.
Oh, tranquilo. Sí, a mí, bien, mucha bien. Yo necesito más práctico español, um, but I try.
Okay, that's good. I'm more or less learning right now. I'm learning Portuguese, but it translates a lot over to a lot of Spanish words. Not all of them, because like for example, if I say in Portuguese, if I say "you fala português," that's like
Portuguese.
that's like me saying I speak Portuguese, but then if you would say, fala is like speak and habla is speak in Spanish. So it'll be like, it's hable español, but
Yeah,
habla, fala, very
habla
similar.
español.
Is a lot of similarity. But like if I would say in Portuguese, I'd say quanto tempo, right? Like it's been a long time no see, and I'd say oi, tudo bem, como vai? And then somebody be like, oh, tudo bem. Like they say, I'm fine. And then you would say e voice, right? And e voice is the same as saying e tu in Spanish. So
Oh,
somebody would say e voice, like they say, oh, I'm fine. And you? So they say tudo bem, I'm fine. And e você is and you. In Portugal, they'll say e tu as well. But in Brazil, they say e voice. And E2 is the same in Spanish as well. So if
yeah,
you
that's
learn one of them, it'll be helpful to learn. It'll be easier to learn the next one. Sorry about the background noise.
Hey, can I ask a question?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be easier for you to move out of the country to learn your preferred location of Spanish or language? Or do you think you can stay in the States and really like focus on learning it and get fluent?
Well, I'll say two things for me personally. For one, I do tutoring with somebody that's from Rio. I take Portuguese lesson 3 times a week.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And the main reason why I'm doing that is because I'm highly considering moving to Rio next time by this time next year.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
well.
okay. That's what's up, brother.
My thoughts on that. I think immersion is a lot of times the best way to learn.
Yeah.
Right.
The thing about, like, for example, if you were to go to if you were to go to Brazil, literally it's only like 5% of people there could speak Portuguese, and 1% of those 5%. I mean, no, 5% of those people, 5% of Brazilians can speak English, and of those 5%, 1% are fluent.
Mm.
So if you go to Rio right now, there you meet like 10 people. There's maybe a chance out of those 10 people, one of them might know some English.
Right.
Which to me personally, as somebody that's a passport, bro, I think it's perfect. The less English people know, the better. I rather learn their language than they learn English, because when you pick up English, people when other people absorb English, they don't absorb it the regular way in teaching. They absorb it through TV and media. So when they consume the media, then they consume, unfortunately, the bad culture parts of American or westernized culture. So you want to go there to Brazil, where a girl doesn't know a lick of English, but you know you're fluent at least like 80%, and you guys can have a solid, decent conversation. Like I was in Portugal, I was in Lisbon last November, and I spoke to a girl that was from Rio. And I was shocked. I was shocked how good I was doing, because I'm like, damn, like I literally met her just at the airport, and we were just having a regular conversation, and she wasn't like, she didn't look irritated or like, okay, get this over with. I'm gonna see how I could get out of talking to this guy. You know, even though she had a flight to catch, but it was just refreshing. I'm telling you, if ever you guys ever meet Brazilian women, bro, you're not gonna look at women the same.
I've been to Brazil. Yeah,
but I mean, for the
here's
other
my
guys,
thing. I'll say that again.
and I said, even for the other guys, like you're not gonna be so used. I hate to say this, but I always, even now with my teacher, I have this feeling like, okay, something's off. Like she's just too nice. You know what I mean? Or they're too like caring, not necessarily caring. Like that's
You don't think that's the culture, though, bro?
No, of course, no. I don't mind it. No, it's like my mind and the trauma that I've been through in America. Like I'm waiting for the other foot to drop. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's just, it feel like it's too good to be true to somebody. Like let's say I have my lessons like at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And she's still, even if you could tell like she's tired, but she still has an upbeat personality and positivity, right? It's just night and day difference. Like even they could be tired and stuff like that. Their personality is just still feminine, still positive. They don't get annoyed like that easily. Now they do get jealous. Don't get it twisted. Like they're known for their jealousy, you know, and the spiciness. Well, I mean that comes with dealing with Latin women, but you know, you if you get a good one, a solid one, you do right by her, like you be good.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hunter, what do you do, good brother?
What's happening?
Man, super villain chilling, man. Over here talking this goddamn travel shit, man. You know, the meeting of the minds. This is what the fourth day of I'm doing a marathon, bro. Every day I'm trying to go live, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, appreciate you pulling up. Let me ask you this, Azriel. I don't know if Portuguese to me come off as a beautiful language, but I was really only talking to baddies, and maybe it was just the chicks that was bad, that was beautiful. You know what I mean? Not the language, but to me, like when they were speaking it, it just seemed like a very sexy language. It was like
it is.
Portuguese is like the saxophone of the language world. You know what I mean?
It is. You know why? Because they don't pronounce, like when they say good morning or good day, they don't pronounce their D's as a D. In Portugal, they'll say bom dia, right? Which is like good day or good morning. But in Brazil, they say bom dia. Or when they say bless you, in the regular Portuguese, it will be Saudi, right? But they pronounce it Saudi. So they pronounce their D's as their J's. And usually in Portuguese, like when they say, like if you say eu quero uma dia or gia, right? That's like saying I want one one day, right? Gia, you would say like uma gia, or you say like I quero, I want, or you say I quero isso hoje. Hoje is today. Like today is like, but it's spelled Hoge, but they don't pronounce their H's either. So they don't pronounce their H's, and when they have two double R's, they pronounce it as an H sound. So that's why it sounds smooth. Like when you sneeze, they'll say Sauji. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can see what you mean. Like if it's coming from a baddie, you'd be like, oh, for me? You know what I mean? Like them chicks over there are so beautiful. Man, shout out to my good brother YV. How you doing? Now, YV, just to make sure that you know the difference between which song you talking about, the song with the violin or the song with the woman in it? Cause I think both of them hard, but shit, elaborate on which one you mean. How long you been learning Portuguese, bro?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of eating, so I apologize. Since I think it was late September.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I've taken over 10 lessons so far, but I have to put in a little bit more work. I'm not gonna lie, because I was doing 2 lessons a week now, but I'm doing 3. So my thing now is I'm learning sentence structure. Let me show you guys something real quick. I have this book and I have another book.
Hold on. Let me give you the Summer Jam joint, bro.
Yeah, that's a nice book.
Yeah, that's a thing.
If you look in the book, like there's certain you got to learn how to conjugate verbs.
That's how it is in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, it is hard because we're not used to it. Like we are used to it, but we haven't done it since we were like younger than 10 years old. So it's like we learning how to speak, how to form sentences all over again.
Where can we get that book from, bro?
I got it off of Amazon. I'll send the link for you. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Yeah, if you drop the link, I'll put it in the chat.
Book. I have the hold on 1 second.
Bro, taking that shit serious.
And I have this book.
I was just gonna say he dedicated.
Yeah.
This is the first book I bought. This is the book where it has all the verbs. It's like literally like a thesaurus. So it's like, let's say we have the word number, right? If this was an English dictionary, it's gonna say number, gonna give the definition, and then it's gonna give all the different wording. So you have number, you have numeration, then you have numerator, and then it's gonna tell you like the thesaurus version of it, meaning like what's a synonym to it, right? If you can see in the back, it does the same thing. So you'll have a word like ter and ser, which is like to have or to be. I think ser is to be and ter is to have. But them shits are like you gotta the words ter is going to it's a root word, but then you can say like to have, right? So someone would say il ter, but then if you want to say something like I have a question, you would say il tenho. Tenho is spelled Tenho, but it's the root word of ter. So you'd say, I'm sorry, what you said?
I didn't say that. I think that was my phone. You had went out a little bit. Say the last part again.
No, I said you're gonna have the what's I gonna say? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, you are gonna have, like, for example, one of the verbs is ter, right? So that means to have. But just like how you have the word have, you're gonna have words like having or had or haven't. And but they're all root words of have.
Right.
And in a way, have is like a verb, right? Because it's an action. I have money. I have clothes. Clothes is the noun, but have is the verb because it's an action. I have school. I have work. I have food. So when you say ter, it's a verb. Then you have words like, which is is like, if ter is have, then tenho would be like having. So you say eu, which means I, and then you have tenho means have. So eu tenho uma pergunta, meaning I have a question, right? So like when I'm doing my tutoring sessions with my professor, I ask them, eu tenho uma pergunta, como se diz library, meaning como se diz, how do you say library? Like, I have a question, how do you say library? Or how do you say this? Or how you say that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna put the link in. Just give me a sec. I gotta find the link again. So this is the first book. This is the first book I got. This is really good. But I recommend, if out of all the books, you definitely get this, because this has all the translations in English of all. These are like, it's the 2,000 most common words. And they say if you know this book, you pretty much know 80% of everyday language, the everyday vernacular or the day-to-day speak in Brazil. And then all you got to do is now, after that, if you can memorize.
Well, you know what?
Now go ahead.
Now go ahead.
I was gonna say
I was watching something.
Go ahead.
I think I'm on a delay. I think I'm on a delay. So yeah, no, you good, brother.
Yeah, Charlie, you gotta get a delay.
Oh yeah. I don't even know how to, because I noticed when I was on Ryan had a delay on his, so maybe it's StreamYard, guys. I don't know. But I was watching the little curly head spy dude that don't seem like a real spy, but he be on shows or something. He was like, if you know 20% of a language, that's enough to get you by. Because it's only 20% of the language that is the most commonly used if you know the right words. That's why when I started learning Spanish, and that sounded right, but that's why when I started learning Spanish, I started learning words like Dante está, yo necesito, como está, you know what I mean? Just things I could build on, but I can't go too far into Portuguese, and I'll tell you why, because I'm already like 10 toes into Spanish, bro. And that shit is like Mo Black just said, you know what I mean, supposed to be dedicated. And once I get a chance to I feel like I'm in a place where I'm fluent, then I'll probably start, because Portuguese is definitely gonna be my next language. Like, Brazil is too beautiful for me not to learn how to speak that language. Shout out to my good friend YB. Say that again.
I was gonna say this. You know what we should do? In 2 years, once we become fluent, we could teach each other. But it won't be that hard because a lot of the words translate over.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like, say, I don't know if you see my my yacht party video, but when I asked the chick like how she was in Spanish, she knew exactly what. And then she said 26. So that's pretty much Spanish.
It's 26. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Supposed to be dedicated. But shout out to YV. YV said he voted on song number one. He said it must be the intro. I got 100 on it if you make it happen. For sure. Say less, YV. But you know what? At the same time, like say I'm still testing it. I don't know if you guys that's on the panel seen when it came on, but the song that I played today was actually the second song, and that's the one with the lady. Like I said, it just make me that song made me feel like about to go to war. Like I need some war paint on my face or something. Like I want to go put on a ghillie suit when I watch that. So yeah, but
Yeah, get your blood pumping.
yeah, type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm a man of the people, so man, whatever y'all feel, that's what we're gonna rock with. I'm cool with it. Big Ben say Spanish and Portuguese is very similar. I agree. Like some words do translate, but I, I gotta focus on Spanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Say that again.
I'm the same way. I'm gonna focus on the Portuguese. I know enough. I know I can know enough Portuguese to know that once I do pick up Spanish, I'll master Spanish in like a year.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So same with you. Yeah, like in 2 years,
I think it's just dedication.
Yeah, in 2 years, if you keep up with Spanish, you'll once you start to learn Portuguese, it will probably be a breeze. The only thing you have to remember is like the difference in how you like say certain things, but the sentence structure is really the same. Like, how would you say, how much is something? How would you say it in Spanish?
Cuánta cuesta, or just cuánta.
Right.
Like just like how much. But Misha is more fluent than I am. What'd you say, Misha?
I was gonna say the same.
Say that again. What was that?
How would you say how much in Spanish?
Spanish, yeah.
How much is something?
Cuánto, yeah.
Cuánto vale?
Cuesta or cuánto?
I say cuánto vale.
Cuánto vale? See.
But it's crazy because that sounds like quantity, like how much quantity of something you want. So
yeah. Literally translate off. And here's the thing, Charlie, you said quante cuesta. In Portuguese is quante custo. Quanto custo.
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, like say, cuanto is the way I learned. I just know cuanto cuesta because sick of the lies. He said, man, that's all I know. I do walk up to a chick and be like, cuanto cuesta. So, but yeah, for sure. What Huncho just used, that's the one I.
Charlie, you saying it the right way too, and I also shout out to you because you know a lot of the basic things, like let's just say you land in the DR and you at the airport trying to get to you know a lot of the basic Spanish. So if you keep, it might not seem perfect to you, but you still, in your own way, is getting by. You know what I mean? And the more you try and the more they hear you trying to speak Spanish, they start to teach you. So going back to that question earlier, I think that it's more easier to learn the language if you're in that country that you're in, because it's just like going to grandmom's house and grandmom don't speak no English. You have no choice but to learn it, because how are you going to communicate with her, right? So you do know a lot of the basic things like cuánto, and you're asking questions and things like that. And I understand you, so I'm sure they will. And if you say it the wrong way, they're going to correct you. And that's how you learn moving forward, So I think you're doing a great job. I just think that if you continue going to like Colombia or the DR, you're gonna, by next year, your Spanish is going to be way better than it is right now. But if you take a long break and you're not using it, that's when you're going to have a delay. Like, don't stop. Just keep going.
Yeah, that's what they say. If you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure. Yep, for sure. I definitely appreciate that, Misha. But I tell you something else that I have experienced. When you go out there and they see that you're trying, they're more willing to help you. Would you disagree with
Absolutely.
that?
You don't
No,
got no
they're
females you
going
be
to help
talking
you
to out the
more.
country? Jan?
What you say?
You don't got no females that you stay in contact with from out the country?
Yeah, but a lot of times, like say, especially when I'm in the States, I don't be having time to sit up and talk to females. You know what I mean? Like that's why when I get back, like say, I damn near like I take myself off Tinder Gold. Like say a lot of chicks that like say when I would like say, let me see if I can say that right. If I'm about to go, like say if I'm a month out from going, I like say I'm texting a bunch of chicks. We're going back and forth and things of that nature. But when I'm in the States, I try to be locked in. So be in to speak to a Dominican chick all the time. You gonna get the picture of the empty refrigerator. You gonna get the picture of somebody in the hospital.
I
Nah.
heard that. I heard somebody was telling me somebody someone was telling me that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, like they say Dominican chicks be having a script and right before they ask you for
Yeah,
money, like they already know everything. And it's not all because I met some really chill Dominican chicks. Ironically, I met a lot of them up here. But people tell me like, oh, like people down there could be a little money hungry, and they say your best chances are to get if you want. They say if you want to get a Dominican woman, get one that's in America. That's what I forgot. Jamie Wood said that. He's Dominican. He lives in Jersey, I think.
I think. See, but those chicks become Americanized extremely fast. If you ask me, hold on, guys. Let me read this chat from YB. The big homie. He said the first song is better because it's more energetic and gets one in the mood for your live, in my opinion. You know what? The first song it was my original first one I liked because of I couldn't even put my finger on it because of the violin. But when Berlin said, "Yeah, that violin go crazy," I said, "That's what it was." You know what I mean? But both of them is fire to me though. But yeah, like say when I I think like if you get a chick from the DR in America, especially like somewhere where they typically go, like New York or Miami, they're gonna be Americanized fast, and their expectation of you then go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
I will agree with that.
yeah, like
I'll
to
say
where. Go ahead.
now. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would say if I were to still date in the States, I would probably get either a Mexican chick that maybe live out in the West Coast, right? Or I would probably get a Dominican chick. Like if it was a last resort and I couldn't leave, I would probably do that because even there's Dominicans everywhere. Like there's even Dominicans and people don't know in Rhode Island.
Yep.
Ain't none in Chicago.
And Connecticut too.
Yeah.
No, ain't none in Chicago. They got Puerto Ricans out there.
And the ones in Rhode Island seem to be a little bit more chill than the ones in New York.
That's what's on my jet ski in my picture. It was in Miami. That's a
Right.
Dominican.
Right. So,
Yeah. Well, my thing is, I'm trying to get I'm trying to get away from here anyway, man. I'm trying to get away from the system here. I was just watching something on it was one of the social media. I think it's probably Snapchat to where a dude brung a chick from the DR and they was married and I guess she ran off with the car and was gone for 2 years and he was trying to divorce her. And when they finally got to court and things of that nature, she was talking about, well, he needs to take care of me. He brought me here. I don't have no family. I need to have this Jeep. And he was like, I was trying to goddamn get the Jeep out of my name, but in order to do that, I have to divorce her and things of that nature. So, like, she was really trying to railroad him. And I'm saying all of that to say, if that's the case, I don't want the system in my business, and that's one of my primary focuses. That's one of my primary reasons for getting out of the system that we call the matrix.
yeah. I've been telling people, man, like America is so anti-family, man.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. But that's because of the
I
government.
would agree. Yep.
And just the culture
It's a
too.
business for them.
Yeah, the business side,
Yeah.
but
Say that.
culturally, I'm gonna say culturally too, because I was just on the panel and the woman was talking about, mind you, this woman is a woman that's been in a long-term relationship for over 10 years, but she's talking about the Color Purple book, the Waiting to Exhale movie. She's like talking about all these books that was made by that's were produced and like pushed by like Oprah and whatnot. And I had to explain to her, like, how does that make you a better woman? Like, how does that make you a better wife? Right? She couldn't give me a definitive answer. She kept bringing up all these movies, books, and movies. How, oh, it's so encouraging and it's refreshing because as a black woman, that because then with Celia, it's like, oh, she was touched by her dad and she got pregnant and stuff. But I'm like, we had to ask her like, oh, were you touched as a child? She said no, right? And I believe her, but it's the whole concept of like, you haven't been touched. You had a healthy masculine role model. You're in a long-term relationship. Why do you relate so much to a book like Color Purple? And I was telling her, it's like if I'm from the suburbs, right? If I'm in the suburbs from like Long Island or something like that, and I'm talking about, and I watched Get Rich and Die Trying by 50 Cent. And I'm like, yeah, man, I could relate to, slinging that rock in Jamaica, Queens and having to get it out the mud. People would look at me weird, like, bro, you never had to experience that in your life. Why are you trying to relate? It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
no. No, I'm gonna tell you why that was funny to me, because you got people that's got them down south that claim Great Street Crib. Like, nigga, that's on the West Coast. You never even been out of the city, nigga. How you claim something you don't even know where it's at? Like, so
Man,
yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Oh shit, let me read this from my good brother YB. And listen, just because he just shows so much love is why I'm showing love back to YB, man, because I thoroughly appreciate good brother. He said, from watching the playbook from yesterday, Huncho's point from not feeling the need to travel seems from being raised in Miami. I used to feel that way as well. Shut up. Well, here's the thing. We wasn't nobody that we don't disagree with Huncho. I've been to Miami and it is baddie central down there. You know what I mean? It's definitely like, I don't disagree with that.
but
It's
here's the
just
thing
different part of the country.
Miami is pay for play.
I mean, it's like that, but it's like so in Miami, it's like if you go down to Miami, because I'm from Orlando. I was born and raised in West Side Orlando. I'm from the slums, the real trenches. It was always my dream to stay in Miami. But when you get to Miami, say if you go to Miami, you ain't got no drip, you ain't handsome in their eyes, you ain't got no money, bro. You assed out, dog. You going out there just to get the nod. But if you go down there, you got money, you got motion, and they want to fuck with you. It ain't no woman out there in that city that you can't touch.
but
Not a single one.
let me ask you this, and this is why I say like how times have changed, and I don't disagree with what you're saying, but when dating is really bad when young guys can't get into the game without having some kind of capital. I'm not saying that they can't get in by just making sure they're on point and clothes and the
No,
bodies,
that's facts.
but it's like there used to be a time I remember like living in New York. You could approach a chick in Soho. Man, I used to work for a company called Paragon right before the pandemic. And during my lunch break, it's right near Union Square in Soho, because that's where like all the people that are trying to be models or in the fashion. I'd be trying to talk to like 10 chicks on my lunch break, right? And then out of the 10, I might get like 3 to 5 numbers. And then I'd have like 2 dates set up like every week, right? And I'm like, you can't do that no more. It's like they're gonna be like, oh, what's your Instagram? What's this? What's that? The third, oh, you can't. There's no. Everyone is suspicious of everyone, and you only get open up to if you got some kind of clout. Now, people might say,
It's
"Oh,
about status.
yeah."
Status.
But there used to be a time where you could just approach it. Like I would tell guys this too. There used to be a time where you could just approach a chick, and as long as you were decently groomed and just decently dressed, you didn't have to have on the flyest stuff, and you didn't come across as though you were on the spectrum or a creep. You would have probably got the number, and if not, you probably would have been able to set up a date like in the next 5 days.
No, that's facts. You speaking facts. You speaking facts. But at the same time, it's like times have changed. Like
Right.
times done really changed.
Hey,
Like
can I say
at
something
the
real
end of the
quick?
day, yeah, go ahead.
So what I was saying on Misha panel before is it's crazy because, like I say, I'm into Latino women. So I'm into Mexicans, I'm into Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. But it's crazy because in America, the everyday women you see be having their head in their ass, and they just be the everyday women. But you be thinking like, if I just go to Mexico, you like $80. If I go to Colombia and I'm trying to deal with a Miami chicken, I mean, a Colombian in Miami, and she got all stuck up. But you like 100 in Colombia, or you in New York, and you trying to fuck with a Dominican, and she, doing the same thing, and but you like 120 in the DR. Like,
Yeah,
why is it when I
but
leave, everything changed, but you damn near the same chick?
yeah,
But you
but at
don't
the
think it's
same
vice
time,
versa?
yeah, but at the same time
It
too,
is,
gang.
Misha. It is vice versa, but men can accept that. Women don't. I don't think women do.
No, it's
Yeah, but
because
you know why it's like that though? Because over here in America, these women that got their head boosted up. Why is it like that? It's not what they watching is these they got countless amounts of men. If they post if they post a story on Instagram and then they Brian panties or someone in a bikini, niggas is liking their stories. Niggas is jumping in their DM. Oh, can I take you out the hill? Oh, you so gorgeous. If you got 100 niggas telling you that, that's gonna boost your self esteem. So if you come up on her on the street, she gonna expect you to have that same type of weight. But that's the thing, you just never have that like that because you want to be different. You don't never just fantasize over no female. 'Cause at the end of the day, she's just a female. It's 100 million of them. But it's men that's doing that. And we just got to take accountability for that sometimes. You can't just be
Right.
out here just jumping in a woman DM all damn day, or you get her number, you calling her back to back, you texting her back to back. Bruh, no, you don't never give a woman too much attention. Because that's how you reel her in. It's reverse psychology with women. Because women really don't have no logic. Everything is emotional. So
Fact.
if you steadily boosting their self-esteem, she could be $20 in Colombia, but if she come over here, she gonna be different. So niggas is just gonna be falling at her knees, but you don't never treat her like that. Even if she is everything that she thinks she is, you still don't treat her like that because at the end of the day, you gotta show her, baby girl, I'm a man. I can find 30 of you before you find one of me. And you always gotta have that mindset. That's what's gonna make a woman respect you.
Yeah, but like you said, it's that ego, bro. Once that ego
Yeah.
there in America, it's like you can't break through it. If you're not him, you can't break through it. You just can't, bro. So get your passport and you can go overseas and you can probably mess with something, even if you paying to play
Yeah,
or
but
you trying to
niggas
do a
is acting like that
relationship
out the
or you
country. So
trying
what's
to,
the
yeah,
difference? Niggas is
right.
acting like that out the country.
Yeah, because when
Niggas is
Americans go out, go ahead,
niggas
Misha.
niggas is 3 in America and they out the country and all of a sudden they at 10. But it's okay for the men to do it out the country, but in your own country you complaining that the women are doing it. So both sides are
Cook,
doing it.
Yeah,
cook.
that's true. But Misha,
She ain't lying
I
either.
don't think
Them
that,
niggas be 3s in America and then they go out the country where the dollar is more and all of a sudden you a 10. But back at home, you a 3 and you ain't really making that much money. Not saying that it matters to me because you
right.
just trying to holler at me, but you not that.
but
But I
Misha,
think men can accept that though.
No,
Women
they can't.
can't.
That's
No,
the
they really
problem.
can't.
They
They can't.
can't. They
Okay.
don't even
All
like
right.
rejection. That's why
I just
bitches is getting their heads blown off now. They don't even like rejection out here. So why do I want you talking to me?
Yeah,
Don't
that's
even
true. That's
compliment me.
true.
I'm
I
cool
you know
because
I
people are sent for mental
Well, I
illness.
got some pushback on that.
yeah
I got some
I do.
pushback on that.
Go ahead.
My only pushback on that is in America, men are taught that they market sexual place value is in what they bring to the table. So when you go out of the country and you can bring a lot more to the table, your market sexual place value by definition goes up. You see what I'm saying? That's why you see young chicks on old dudes' yachts because their market sexual place value is their youth, is their beauty.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? The men that got the yacht, their value is what they can provide in the life that they can sustain. So it
Yeah, but
is a
men,
fundamental difference, in my opinion.
yeah, but in the same essence, Misha is 100% correct because as women, You can say if you just come over here from out of, even if you in the States, if you got some looks to yourself and you bad, you ain't gotta have a dime in your pocket, but you can go be on a billionaire's yacht by the end of the day. A man can't do that. We have to work for our wealth. We have to work for our sexual market value.
Right.
You, if you don't have that over here, is that don't mean that you not, because at the end of the day, whether you have it or you don't, if you get females or you don't, your confidence and your self-esteem should never be penetrated versus any external
Right.
substance. It should always come from internal. Your happiness should be come from within. You don't never let nobody make you feel like you lesser than just because they might have more than you. Because
Right. But the thing
yeah,
is, bro, so okay, so you telling me that men that know, okay, in America ain't really hitting on the looks, ain't really hitting on shit on the money and all that. I know that I can get a passport, even if it's just a play. I can go overseas and have a ball with baddies. I know I ain't nothing in America, and that's cool
yeah,
with me. That's relieving my stress. What I'm saying for women is, I don't think that for the women that want to that live overseas and they want to travel back and forth from America or go to America, I don't think that they can sit with in my country. I know I'm beautiful, but it's so many of us, I don't even realize it. And I'm not getting that much attention as I would as if I touched down in America. So when I go to America, that's when all my options start to come. But when I'm back home, I'm just like every other chick walking the street damn near.
yeah. But at the end of the day, gang, that's where you don't look at what somebody else got, because every person,
No, I was
your
making a point
input,
to Misha because Misha was saying that she don't think that men can accept it either. And I
yeah,
was just trying to
no,
make the point to her. But yeah.
and
But
I
here,
feel that, but at the same time, every person walking this earth is different in their own way. So you perfect in your own way. Your imperfections is
right,
what make you perfect, you know? So
right.
at the end of the day,
I
even when you
disagree.
go out the country, them females over there, if you're an American and you going to out these countries, bro, they see that passport. They see that access to America. So if they treat you like that, bro, you better believe they want something. Because at the end of the day,
Let me
if you
ask
a
you something
man, you
though.
gotta have,
But
yeah,
but here's my thing though, and
Go ahead,
people bring
Ezra.
up there's a lot
Once
of
you get done, I got because YV, shout out to YV, he just became the screen sponsor, so we definitely got to put some respect on his name. So when you get done with that, I'm gonna read this comment from YV, but then
for
I'm
sure.
gonna I got a question for Huncho, but continue, please.
We all know that. Oh, I have most men, if you ask them, they have no issue with a woman wanting him to be resourceful, right? I wouldn't necessarily say solely want for resources, but resourceful. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, I look for a woman's inner beauty and her virtue. Like, no, I tell dudes this all the time. Hey, if you're struggling to get beautiful woman, just work on yourself or just come out the country, do something. I said life is too short to date ugly woman. That's my motto. That's a mantra. That's what they're gonna put on my tombstone. That I said. Azrael said is life is too short to date ugly woman. Right? A beautiful woman has the same effects as a line of white powder. I'll just keep it at that. It's been statistically proven as the same euphoric effects as of seeing a beautiful woman. Your eyes dilate. You be like, whoa, like a shark, right? My point being is that most men, if you ask them, are you okay with a woman wanting you because you're stable or you have money? They wouldn't have an issue with that. If you
Thank you.
heart with them, it's the fact that what am I getting for me being resourceful, me being financially stable? If
Right. Right.
that's the issue, because in America the social contract is broken. You can ask a woman, they can tell you that, like what always Kevin used to always say. You ask a woman what she wanted in a man, and the book is like War and Peace, or bigger than the Bible. When you ask her
yeah,
what does a man need from you, is he said it's smaller than a post-it note.
yeah, you
Yeah,
spitting facts, man. You
that's a
ain't
fact, bro.
lying.
I have
That's a
no
fact, dog.
disagreement. I have no
Whatsoever.
disagreement with anything you just
Yeah.
said, bro.
So
Like
it's
you
like
know, just
if I know my money can stretch and I could financially take over another woman, or plural, more than one chicas, not just uma chica or dois, as they say
Yeah.
in Portuguese,
enjoy
dois
sleeping.
chicas, I'm okay with that because I know my money's gonna spread. And I used to always say to myself, man, it'll be a headache to have multiple women. But now I think about it, like if your money is on point and the women are not too much of a headache, like I would be up to like taking care of multiple women. Why not? If I have the money to do so, yeah. And they're not a headache to me. They add to my life. I know women are gonna be women. They're gonna do their thing and they're gonna be emotional. I understand that. But if they're bringing something to my life and they're adding peace, I wouldn't mind having 2 or 3 women on my payroll if I could afford it.
And there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Hold on,
But
guys. Hold on.
but
Hey,
hey,
hold on. Let me read this from YV. He said, but trust Huncho, the subtle annoyance that you experience in the U.S. is not as prevalent in Colombia or DR. Once you experience it, boss, you won't be able to go back to American women. Get your passport.
I see your point of view with that too. But at the same time, I know because it's like my mom is the reason why my old girl is the reason why I am the way I am. Because at the end of the day, she'll come out her mouth and say, "Oh, if a man can't do nothing for me, you can't even get a conversation out of me." But so it's like she started stealing that in me as a kid. But at the end of the day, I know my duty as a man. You have to have some type of resource. You have to have a good to have this type of woman because at the end of the day, men and women are nothing alike. Yeah, we got the 2 arms, 2 eyes, one nose. Yes, we are humans, but at the end of the day, we are different than women. Women are nurturers. So as a man, we supposed to protect and provide. If you ain't doing that for your woman, you're not gonna get the results that you think you're gonna get from her. But if you're able to do that for her, she gonna be everything that you need her to be. Because at
Hey,
the end of the
Honcho,
day, yeah,
is so that's your name, right, Honcho?
yeah,
My
yeah.
bad, bro, because I'm trying to address you correctly.
No,
But
you
at the
good,
same
bro?
time, the roles in America is all messed up. Yeah,
It is.
we know what it's supposed to be, but it ain't that right now.
It
And
ain't, and
for
that's
a
because
lot
our
of men,
government.
bro, for a lot of men, they're getting the bottom of the bottom. So even if they can get their passport and go overseas and just find something different, get something better, it's better to them in general. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
a
it's
lot
Women
of
are
men feel
getting the
like,
bottom of the bottom too.
yeah, facts. But a lot of men also feel like I got the money, I just don't got the time. I'm tied up with work. I'm seeing all these things that I'm seeing other men do overseas with these reels and YouTube and panels and travel streams and all that. And I can do that too because it's accessible. I just can't free up my time, but I got the bread. And some men got the bread and they, you know what I'm saying?
no, yeah, that's fact. But at the same time, too, them women out the country, they automatically gonna put you above the men inside the country because at the end of the day, in these countries, you got people over there that's paying $20,000 just for them to get married to an American, just to have access to America. You got families over there that's wanting to come to America for a better life. So at the end of the day,
Right.
if you messing with her like that, just know what's in the back of her mind at the end of the day. If you mess around and marry her and you ain't got yourself together over here in America, gang, it's over with. It is completely over with. So the best bet, if that's what worked for you over there, go over there and keep her over there. Do not bring her back, bro. Do not marry her and
Okay,
bring
so
her
why you
back
don't
over
mess with
here.
the ones that's over here? The all the Hispanics in Chicago, all the ones in New
Uh,
York, New Jersey,
yeah,
Miami, Florida,
I
blah blah
do.
blah. They everywhere, bro. And they travel all the time, bro. They go back and forth between their country, other countries, and the US. And it's like the same woman that's over there was just in Miami 2 weeks ago.
I don't know what's your name, by the way.
Me? Foreign
Yeah,
skies.
Foreign Scott. Foreign Scott. Okay,
Foreign
I,
skies. Yeah.
Foreign Skies. Okay, you ever heard the term? People are saying it now, like the American dream is to leave America.
Facts. And I've been hearing that for a while.
So yeah, I was just talking to somebody today too, and they literally was. I was on. I don't know if you guys know this is Instagram page called Puberty, and they is literally saying now how it's now cheaper to fly to Japan, go to Tokyo Disney, get a hotel, and fly back than it is to go to Disney in Florida. Right. So a trip to Japan and going to the Tokyo the Disney in Tokyo, right? It's cheaper than going taking a flight down to Florida to go to Disney World or Disneyland, I believe. Basically, right? Trump is advocating now for 50-year mortgages. I'm assuming everybody here is over 30, right? Especially for younger men.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to be paying off a mortgage when I'm 80. So
No, Sersky.
yeah, so when people
You
tell me
know what?
about,
As
go ahead.
go ahead. No, but we had good brother Anthony on here the other day. He brought up a good point because I'm more like minded with you. Like 50-year mortgage is like it's like the underlay for the overplay is what we call it down south. I mean up north, down south we call it the 54 fake out. You know what I mean? Like so you read through between lines with that. But what Anthony said, and I tend to agree. He said like that's the extent of the loan. That don't mean you can't pay it off early, because it's a lot of people that get like a 30-year loan and pay it off in 15 years. You know what I mean? So, but hold that thought. We got another comment from the screen sponsor. Let me read this right fast. Yes, times have changed. I think it has changed for the better. Why? The game is removed now. It's blatantly transactional. It proves that love relationship is never real. I think yeah, and everything is an exchange. I would agree. I would definitely agree. Shout out to my brother, Spark Plug pulled up. You say his name, goddamn, he gonna pull up like Candy Man. But as real, you finish your thought if you don't mind, sir.
Oh no, I was gonna say like that's my response or retort to when people say, "Oh, don't bring her back here." Be like, bro, like I love America as much as the next person, but it's like America's in the decline, man. Like you're better off. You can get. I can show you guys my WhatsApp chat. I have realtors that I was able to connect with. You could buy like a studio in like Sao Paulo or like in Rio for like 80K, and if you buy three of them, it's like the rent could be like almost 1,000 a month, right? For one of them, so about like 900 to 1,000. So if you have three of those, studio, if you buy three studios, right, almost similar to like a condo, that would be like 240,000. The price what you would pay for like a cheaper house. But then what you would be if you pay it off, you'd be able to make passive income of like close to $3,000 a month. And all you really need to do, they said the top 1% in Brazil is 400K. So imagine if you're making, let's say, between 80 to
Is
60K
that a
in,
year?
yeah, a year. Like the top 1% in Brazil is 400K. That's the top earner.
I think that's less than in America, though.
Absolutely. Of
Okay.
course. No, what I'm saying is,
Well,
bro,
no, no.
they're
What I mean, I think America is less to be the top 1%. I think it's less than 400K a year.
no. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna look that up. That's why I said I think because I don't know, like I don't know unequivocally, but I'm definitely gonna look that up because that sounds interesting.
The top
But
the top. Remember, think about it. The top. Well, I can see where you're coming from. Like only like less about 8 to 10% of people make over six figures. But then that next bracket is going towards we're talking about a quarter mil to like a million. But there are probably more you'll probably meet more people in America that make around 300 or 250 than you would in Brazil, of course, for obvious reasons. But in Brazil, it'll be like meeting like a rapper or a athlete making 400K. In America, that could be your local dentist or surgeon or plastic surgeon. You know what I mean? So what I'm basically saying is that if you can find a way to annually make 70K in a lot of these other countries, you're good. Even in Europe, people think Europe is all fancy and stuff like that. No, like I've heard of situations in certain countries where people have told me this, and I've traveled myself a lot in Europe. Like a lawyer could be making, like an engineer could be making like 40K.
Yeah, that's facts.
So
hey,
I
you
got a
know
little
what? Let
female
me
over
go
there.
ahead. Now
I got a
go
little
ahead, Huncho. My
female over
bad.
there. I got a little female over there that be traveling back and forth to Miami. It's her dream to move over here. But she over there, she really don't be having it like that. And then like You be looking at me for help, and it's like, oh, baby girl, I can't help you.
Right.
Crazy dog. That's
let,
crazy.
let me say this before you start. Um, Azrael. You are for surely right. I just looked it up. It says to be in the top 1%. I guess I was thinking about the 10%. To be in the top 10% because it's drastically different. Which say you generally need between 730 to over 800,000 annually
In America, right.
in America. Yeah. So I just listen. That's why I say, bro, I'm not the end all be all. I can be wrong. You know what I mean? So that's why
I mean, I
I was.
wasn't 100% right either. I mean, think about it. What you just said too. That means like to be in the top 1%, you got to make twice as much as it would to be in the top 1% in Brazil. So imagine you making 100K in Brazil. I mean, I've seen it where like drinks be less than $2, like a Capiena, which is like the nice little vodka
Is
drinks.
that you do you maybe I'm saying it wrong, but you mean like a Caprina?
Caprihenna. Yeah, Caprihenna. I butchered the name too. Don't even worry.
Oh,
As
okay.
long as you don't say Capri Sun, you should be good, right?
Right. Because that's what it looked
Bro.
like. But that's the official drink of Brazil, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's their main drink. If you ever go, there's a night Cape Verdean drinks are nice too. They got this one called Mombo juice. It's really good. It is. Don't sleep on if you guys get a chance, go to Cape Verde because they speak Portuguese as well over there too. And the women are just as beautiful in Cabo Verde as they are in like uh Brazil. They have some nice drinks over there. Food is good. Amber Rose is actually her ancestry is Cape Verdean.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
I
like
hope they ain't all bald head like that, cause that's crazy.
nah. They come in all different complexions. Like some of them are darker than me. I dated a girl that was Cape Verdean. One of the best.
She not bald headed.
Well, I mean, when she shaved, she has a low haircut, but like they're of all
Boy,
different.
I thought she was white.
And she.
Yeah, bro. Right. I thought she was white too. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like
Nah.
um,
Oh, you thought she was like Christina Aguilera white?
like white. Yeah. Damn sure
Yeah,
right.
like
No,
white
Office.
girl white. Yeah.
no. Her parents are from Cape Verde. That's another group of people that are a lot of them are in Rhode Island. You know who I think is actually Cape Verdean? What's her name? Damn. She was on Love and Hip Hop, and she was known back in the '90s. Damn, I'm gonna
I
look
don't
her
even
up.
watch. In fact, if I go over to Chick Crib and she watching that, she more or less on the cut list. While you looking that up, I'm gonna read this message from the Scream sponsor. Shout out to the good brother YV. A man with money that can play in the United States and internationally. The women look and act better internationally. There are less. They are. That's what I think he meant to say, but I'll just read it the way he put it. There are less intrusive and less annoying. Love is never real anyway.
I firmly believe that too, because women love conditionally, men love
That's a
unconditionally,
fact.
because we don't really want nothing from you but a simple couple stuff. Women want you to have this, and this, and this, and then they'll. But it's like that. That's okay at the end of the day. I don't trip on that. Like I don't get mad about what I can't control. I just learn to adapt and do my thing. But at the end of the day, he ain't lying though. But it's like at the same time, internationally, them women, you might want to leave America, but I can guarantee them women over there over across seas, they want to come over here.
Not all of them. I got pushback on that. Not all of them want to come to America. It's plenty of women that have the chance to come here and they don't want to come to America. Like they actually love their culture. And then
True.
another thing that you had brought up earlier, you was like when they see that passport and things of that nature is something that they want from you. But I would rebuttal that and say, when you're wearing gold, it's almost advertising something that they will want from you as well.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Because at the end of the day, my baby mama's like the chain that girl got on, nigga, I bought her that. I put that on her. Because at the end of the day, if I'm with you, if I really fuck with you, yeah, I might not be shit, but at the end of the day, you still gonna be a reflection of me. So if I got Gucci, you gonna have Gucci. If I got on gold chains, you gonna have on gold chains. I got on diamond rings, you gonna have on diamond rings too. Because at the end of the day,
Okay,
you a
you know
reflection
what?
of me.
That's real, Huncho. But if I'm keeping a buck, because now that's a completely understandable standpoint, but it's a completely different standpoint from my point of view of what you were saying last night. You know what I mean? I
No,
I,
it's a
I am
I
a
see what you
full
mean though.
I'm a full believer in your woman is a reflection of you. That's why I tell my chicks, like, when you go out, you gotta understand that you represent me and vice versa. So I'm never gonna do anything in the public to make you look bad. Like, niggas, you never gonna see me and I got a chick that I'm calling my chick. You're never gonna be able to catch me in the club like laid up with another bitch, because I'm gonna be making my chick look bad. You know what I mean? So I 100% agree with that. But at the same time, I'm just relaying that to like what was said last night, though. So, but
No,
I
but
feel
it's
I
a
agree.
difference between if you my woman and you just one of my hoes. My
Yeah.
woman ain't nothing that she can't get from me. If my woman need $1,000, I'm finna send that. If she ain't already got it from the money that I done left her already and she calling she need it, I'm giving it to her without question. But if you just one of my little thongas, you can't get nothing from me. But when I pull up, leave your wallet at home, just bring your ID, everything on me.
Hey,
Before I pull
Honcho,
up, yeah.
real quick. Hey, Charlie Chan, but this the thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I said it on Misha panel. A lot of men do want one woman. They want to be, committed to that woman, but they still want to do them. So to a lot of women, unless you're him, they're going to have a problem with it and you're going to get pushback. Unless you can find a woman that's going to understand you are the one, you get everything, but I'm going to still slide and do me. You don't got to worry about nothing. We going to be happy. You're not really going to get that from a lot of women in the States. So that's why a lot of men do try to go overseas to try to find that, because for some reason it is a little bit more acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Is that you, Tam?
Yes.
Okay, I see you changed your name. You know what I mean? But the picture kind of looked at the same. What foreign skies, you know what? I agree with you, but at the same time, that's one of the reasons why I say, oh, I'm gonna put up this banner too. Shout out to my good brother, YV. But that's one of the reasons why I say, in my opinion, I gotta burn it down. I gotta burn this down to what we know, because here's the thing: if you build yourself as the man where you stand, no matter where you go, you're gonna be the man when you land. You see what I'm saying? You gotta, when it comes to these women, and we got two women on the panel, so please feel free to push back. But in my opinion, and from my experience, you gotta make her know and feel that she's better off with you, no matter what you doing, than she'll be by herself. And when I meet women, I tell them, baby, I prefer you dating, because when I say dating, that don't necessarily mean you having sex with somebody else. That means like you out there exploring your options. You know why? Because I want to be the one by comparisons. I want to be the best choice. I don't want you to mess with me out of necessity because you don't have another choice. Because believe me, I'm out here dating. So if I narrow it down to where I'm just linking with you and you got priority in my life, is because you are the best choice and not nothing less than that.
Yeah,
I
that's
yield the
big
floor.
facts. That's big facts. But all I'm saying, but you will agree that most women will give you pushback on that. It ain't too many that's gonna just be like, okay, cool, that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, foreign skies. How old are you, my good brother?
I'm 33, my boy.
Okay. You up there, but you're still fairly young. What I would say, like, yeah, most women, but a lot of times if we can agree with something, like agree on something, most men don't want most women. You see what I'm saying? The
Right,
chick that's
right,
over there,
right.
like, I've
Yeah.
never seen a chick that just popping it in the club. And I'm like, damn, I want to make her my main. You know what I mean? Like, no, man, you for play. You a rental car. I'm gonna take you and do my thing with you and return you when I'm done. So we not talking about like say all women when we talking about relationships and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So that's just my standpoint. But I feel you. Most women won't get on that. That's why, for one, with a woman is feelings in the psychology. Like say a woman is more adapt to do what you want, and Huncho or anybody on the panel, feel free to push back. Is when you take that what between her legs off the table. When you take that off the table, like, baby, you got to provide some type of other value. What else can you do besides spread your legs? She's more, because she's so used to men, that's all they want. You, by definition, is something different. You know what I mean? Like I say, and I done shared this story before. What I used to do in the club, I'd be talking to a chick and she asked me to buy her a drink. Guess what I do? I buy her a drink, and as soon as she asked me that, I stop my conversation. Then I ask her what she want. Tell the bartender, hey, get her that, put it on my tab, and I walk away. More often than not, she'll find me by the end of the night, like, what happened to you? You just disappeared. You know why? Because for one, it's psychological, because I know other niggas that buy chicks drinks, they want to sit there in their face all night and babysit them. You want to be, oh, you mine now. I done bought you a drink. No, baby, if that's what you wanted out of this conversation, bravo, you got it. Let's move on with our night. So I'm saying that to say, man, it's psychology. You know what I mean? Like, we all know as men, women are more emotional and men are more logical. And we just have to act accordingly. But I digress.
Can I ask you a question, Charlie?
Yes, ma'am. Please do.
So when you say what is she bringing to the table or whatever, so let's just say you talking to somebody and you see that, well, I ain't gonna say you see you. Well, yeah, because girls, some women do show signs like, she ain't really got too much going on. So is that a negative for you? Like, you just basically, nah, I'm out of here?
I would need some more context to that. Well, like, what do you mean? What it'll be a negative for me? If she only have like box to offer me, is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, my phone is like messing up. You know how guys be like, what else can you offer me other than box? Let's just say it was just that because y'all just met. So you already looking at her like that's all she got to offer?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. That's just like
That's
I
the
tell
problem.
even
That's the
you.
problem.
No,
That's the
let me
problem
finish,
with a
bro.
lot of
You
men.
gotta let me
That's the
tell you
problem.
why.
Go ahead.
I get you. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but I'll tell you, like, even when I tell men that come around and they trying to get on and things of that nature, I tell you, bro, I am lighter fluid. I'm lighter fluid. You spray lighter fluid on the ground, guess what's gonna happen? Nothing. But if you got a spark, I could turn you up. You got to have something there for me to work with. And if you don't have something there for me to work with, you're essentially a waste of time. Everybody's to be used. Is when you can't be used, you're useless.
Okay,
Just meet a female. You don't just go ahead, Misha.
I agree with that, but I just feel like some men lose out on great opportunities because they always go straight into, let's just say you meet a younger girl that's younger than you, not not a minor. I'm just saying younger than you, and she may have a lot to offer in the future if you help her get there because her environment probably is fucking that up for her. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes females need help to get there so they could be that bitch for you. And a lot of times the men that we have now, I call them the bad batch of men that we have now, they already come in, how you say it? I can't even get my words out tonight. They already come in the situation already, like down in a female because the only thing she had was box to offer you, but not to like she might be in a effed up environment. Like she probably didn't have a ninja come around her that wanted to like bring her to the top or like bring her around different people so she could explore, so she could like I can't get my words out right, but I'm sure somebody understand what I'm talking
So she
about.
could blossom, Misha, so she
Well,
can grow
Yeah,
into,
like
learning that man and like learning the
yeah,
things
but
that
a
he
lot of
need, but
these
also
guys
finding
now
herself.
they be like, "Oh, she trash because the only thing she had was box." Yeah, she got that for right now. We in a bar environment, we drinking, but you never know. This girl could be the one. But guys always go into the situation like that. Like that's crazy to me.
but
No,
Okay,
I see what you
allow her
mean
to
too, Misha, because
elaborate.
at the end of the day, if you meet a female and you want to get to know her, you ask her like, well, what's your 5 year plan? Where you see yourself at a 5 year? But a lot of niggas don't be thinking that far
Yeah,
ahead.
I gotta,
ambition, what you got going on. Ask her about it. See, but here's the thing. And Huncho, please chime in after this and things of that nature. See what a lot of people do, they fail to vet properly. One. Two is that when you just said me as a man that's now 40, I don't want a bad bitch. How come those two comparisons could mean two different things? It's a bad nigga, which means he ain't shit and shit like that, but a bad bitch is what everybody want. No, I want a real woman. So that's the difference. Secondly, I would say this, Misha, you cannot put your situation on every woman because guess what? More often than not, it's been niggas that done built up women from the ground up, and guess what they did when they got up? They left the nigga.
I
You know
got a
what I mean?
question.
You cannot put your loyalty on every woman because
No, I'm
that's
not
not
putting my loyalty on everybody. What I'm trying to say is, I just feel like there are a lot of good women out here, like a lot of younger good women out here that just need a little bit of more guidance. But all got like a lot of
coach.
guys just be like,
They need the
the only
pimping in
thing she
their life.
had to offer was box. Some of these good women are strippers in the strip club, but a lot of guys would have pushback to that.
okay.
I have a,
Now here's
I
the
have a
thing. I'm gonna
question.
say this, then I'm gonna digress. Then I'm gonna digress. We're gonna let Huncho chime in, and then we're gonna let Tam ask a question. I have said on this panel many a time that I have a female in my life to where she adds value to my life by when I leave the country. She go over there and take care of my dogs. Don't ask for nothing, and I have 4 dogs. Know what I mean? Well, my mother got one, but she go over there and clean up behind them, feed them, give them bath all the time while I'm in Brazil, fucking with women, while I'm in the DR, fucking with women. She ain't bringing nothing monetarily to my life, but she is a utility. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be a motherfucker CEO chick because I don't want the CEO chick because guess what? She want to be an equal. I don't want to be an equal. Guess what? If we in the crib and somebody breaking the crib, I want you to go in the bathroom. Let me go to work because that's what I'm here for. A man is a martyr for his family. I don't want us to go. We not Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's not a real thing.
Well, no, I wasn't specifically talking about anybody on a panel. I'm saying in general, like the men in America that just don't like to take their time with specific situations. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. But at the same time, Misha, it's been more men that have had a negative experience, what you just explained, that than had a positive experience. But I digress. Huncho, did you want to reply to that, or should we just move on to Tam and allow her to ask her question?
Uh, I see both of y'all point of view. Like from Misha point of view, I see because every woman has the potential to be what you need to be. That's like saying every woman, every person walking this earth ain't got the potential to be a millionaire. It's all about the choices that you make. But at the end of the day, a man is supposed to lead. So if you're not able to properly lead your woman, where is she gonna go? All she gonna go back to is her nature. So I mean, it's like women, if you want to be with that feet, because like for instance, my older brother, they live in Atlanta. They stay in the same neighborhood as Dominique Wilkins, 3 houses down from him. She make way more than he do, but she don't detour that just because I make more than you. She still puts her feminism before that and allows him to lead because he's got to protect. Even though he can carry his own weight, she make more than him, but she allow him to lead just because she knows her role as a woman. So every woman has to because women can move in ways that men can't. Women can get around them millionaires and everything quicker than a man can, you know? So I mean, like it's all about how you view. That's why I say, like, if you meet a woman, how you know if she gonna be valuable to you, just ask her her 5 year plan. Oh, ask her what would you bring to the table in a marriage? And I'm not talking about monetary reasons, like how would you act? Like if I'm going through something and I done had a bad day at work, how would you be able to aid and abet me for that? Because at the end of the day, you just want to see what her mind that if she go, oh, if you had a bad day, that ain't my problem, go fix it yourself. That ain't for you. But if she start going into how her mom raised her and like what she would do if she seen her mom do or whatever, then you know you can work with that. Every woman, she don't have to have everything going on. If you see her potential, you can be able to mold her into being exactly what you need her to be.
Agreed. Agreed. Tam, your question, ma'am?
Well, now my question's like super loaded because my first question was basically like, you know, the comment about, if guys only want box, but the girls and situations and stuff. So my question was like, is it really the guy's responsibility to pick her up and lift her out the mud? And
That's
then on top of that, like you guys are talking about potential and asking 5-year plans. What if she's just telling you what you want to hear? So like I was always told you don't date off of necessarily potential and what people say. Because when you do that, when you see someone's potential, you're seeing what you would do in that situation. So my whole thing is like it's I think it's more about meeting someone and properly vetting them to see if you guys are, for lack of a better term, equally yoked. Because let's just say you have your whole life together and you're doing this and this and that for her, and you're pulling her out and trying to make her better. More likely than not, she's going to bring you down because you're doing everything for her and she's not necessarily working hard for herself. So, I mean, I'm just basing this off my experiences and what I've seen. I just think that, there has to be like it's not one-sided. Like, of course, you can always help somebody, but like making it your mission to mold somebody into what you want them to be, and like lifting some, like I don't think that's just the right way to go. So, I mean, I came in this conversation late, so I could be missing something, but
No,
yeah.
you was on point. I don't think that, you know, that's the mission, but like you just said, everybody needs help. Everybody needs help.
Right.
And if you in your
what
late
about
30s looking for somebody that's equally yoked, you're gonna be looking for a long time because like I had said earlier, there are a bad batch of women out here and there's a bad batch of men. So if you're looking for somebody that's equally yoked, you're gonna be looking for a long time. So I guess the guys are just better going out the country. But I was specifically talking about like America.
Hmm?
Yeah, I was just talking about
Yeah.
like things that I've seen. Because, like, my whole thing is like in dating, it's all about the vetting process. And I feel like you're supposed to help each other, yes, but just one person helping the other one out and picking them out the mud when the other person's not doing anything, that's what I'm talking about. So,
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely. And after you get done, I'm gonna read a comment from our stream sponsor. Or Tam, if you want to, you can, but I have no problem in doing so. But absolutely.
All right, yeah. So I think going a little bit earlier when we were talking about like when men come across the women and depend on like what they do, how a man work is like, okay, she's a stripper, she's already slotted. She got X, Y, and Z, she already slotted. So they kind of already be having like what they want to do with that woman, which doesn't leave any room for them to like really want to get to know them or like pick them up, as we say. You know what I'm saying? Or give them like a little pick me up. You know what I'm saying?
I
At
agree.
the end of the day, same thing too. Like a lot of them dancers, now a lot of them strippers, bro, they really got a game plan. They just dancing to be able to execute that game plan. Like they be real life hustlers. Like I mean real life hustlers.
No, and I also agree with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, me coming from, like I don't judge because you don't know someone's situation or circumstances. Like, say if this woman first time, I knew some women that they first time the first time they had sex, they got pregnant. I know a woman that where she said that happened to her, and she was extremely young. Before that, nobody goes to school, and as a little girl, they ask you what you want to be when you grow up, and you say a dancer. But guess what? When you looking into your child eyes and you looking in them hungry eyes, dancing don't sound that bad. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no, I'm not here to judge nobody, but at the same time, we also do got to take that into account. But oh, damn, my good brother right there pulled up too. Shout out to my brother right there. Hey guys, before you guys get started, let me read this comment from the Scream sponsor. YV he said, even if a woman want to come to the US, who cares? A woman will always want something. America or international is never you, is your resources. Shout out to
But that's
you.
facts too. That's facts,
Yeah.
man. That's
Shout out to
facts. Because man, we got to build
you.
our sex market value. Women don't.
Exactly. Come built in a lot of times. That's why I say once you challenge a woman to add something else to the situation other than bots, then you get a chance to see that person's character. Like I say, what the daughter of my mother was like, because that was one of the times to where I can't say it was the height, but it was a height in my life. And she was like, I was like, we was just talking, and she was like, I feel like I don't do enough. You do so much. You pay this, that, and the third. I was like, baby, what you bring to me is more than a monetary value. So you have your place, I have my place. You keep on doing you, I'm gonna keep on doing me. You know what I mean? Because as a team, everybody got a position. Can you imagine a team full of shooting guards? Can you imagine a team full of quarterbacks? Everybody
Yeah,
got a
no.
position.
Everybody got their
No,
position. That's how it works.
that's a fact. But
Nigga got
I
the
yield the
apron
floor.
on.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? But I yield the floor. Mo Black right there. How you good brothers doing?
What's good? What's good?
Put it
Man,
in,
chilling.
Nah,
Remo.
what's good, y'all? How y'all, man? I wanted to chime in because when y'all was talking about, I think, everybody's different, man. Like me, when, let me see, the best relationship I ever had, I'm talking about like fun. I'm talking about not just like, I'm talking about like having the same feeling. I mean, not the same feeling the first. I'm talking about the shit last. You understand what I'm saying? It's with Mish. Was with Ty. I don't call him Mish. Was with Ty, right? The thing is, because I was older, she was younger, and she let me lead a lot. And that's why, and then some of my energy, the way I move, rubbed off of her. You know what I'm saying? And she moved like we move like each other. You know what I'm saying? But every female I had, like my baby's mothers, all independent, strong women, thinking this, that, but they always come to me for advice or blame the reason our kids are the way they are is because I left them. No, I left them because you thought you knew it all. You was one of them women that think you know it all. Nobody can tell you shit. You know too much. I don't like them type women. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Because it causes a lot of beef in the crib. Because I'm not trying to say everything I say is right, but I know a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot. Don't come to me if you want to do business. Don't come to me because, oh, nobody knows how to do business like you. But when I was with you, you didn't want to do none of that. Everything I try to do, you try to give me kickback. Now I'm not with you, and your man ain't producing bread. Now you want to ask, what can we do for the strength of our daughter? Nah, we ain't doing shit for the strength of my daughter. You know what I mean? I'm doing it for me, and I'm going to look out for my daughter. But I ain't helping you get nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't rock with me when I was, you ain't my dad. You ain't this, you ain't that. But then when I'm trying to give you the game, you know it all. So when I understand what she was saying, because like everybody, it's like the game. Like when we was in the streets, like when we was in the game, we went to certain dudes that knew how to get to the bag. It's the same thing. Like you get lifted. You know what I mean? We want everybody to lift each other up. We lift each other on YouTube. We travel. We want to build with each other. We want to do things. It's all about lifting up. So if you lifting a woman up, it doesn't mean that it's weak. She's weak. Nah, that because some women ain't messed up. A lot of women messed up, bro. And, you know what I mean? Like they know it all. They act like they know it all, and they don't know it all. And men don't know it all neither. But you can't tell her nothing until she hit.
Damn, I think the algorithm got him, bro. He
Damn.
was cooking so hard,
He
like
was
damn,
cooking,
bro.
bro. Just for
Bro,
to say,
dropping bars.
bro, I was listening, bro. I wasn't just hearing what he, bro. When Ray Neal talk, I'm not just saying this because you can learn something. You can learn something from the homeless people on the side of the road. You can learn something from
Mm-hmm.
everybody walking this earth. But bro, when I hear Ray Neal talk, bro, I really stop and I listen, bro. I don't just hear what he's saying. I be listening because at the end of the day, I come from the same type of back, bro. I really come from the trenches. So if a nigga made it out and he didn't change his way and he thriving, bro, I really take to that, bro, because I applaud that shit, dog. Like the one of the main key things he said, bro, he allowed him to lead, bro. It can't be two kings in one palace. Bro, I really be
Bro,
That's a
listening to
fact.
what I listen to what Raynier's saying, dog. I don't just be hearing, bro. Like I fuck with that shit, dog. The nigga raw as fuck for that, dog.
But it ain't too many though, bro. It ain't
It
too
really
many.
ain't. It
All I'm
really ain't.
saying, it ain't too
And
many
that,
like
and that
that,
was
bro.
my
Mm-hmm.
thing. That's what I was trying to explain to Misha. Like, it's not a lot of you out here. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women that's gonna let a man lead. Because it's a lot of women that where a man gotta force his way to lead, and that's not sustainable. Every move I make, I gotta explain to you. Where's the
Mm.
trust? You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
A
So
fight.
no. Shout out to right near for that, bro. I don't know if you can still hear us, but you went out damn near in the middle of what you were saying, bro. Like you was getting after it though, no cap.
Oh
Let me
my
read this.
mama, fuck StreamYard, cause they cut a real nigga off just then, dog.
Man, it seemed like I get that look when brothers pull up and they go to cooking. Scream yard be like, nope, we done had enough. He cooking.
That's
He
Yo,
cooking that
nah,
crazy,
bitch
y'all
up.
dog.
can't hear me.
Yeah,
Now you
yeah, bro. We
good,
can hear
now
Done
you
you
now.
now.
Go
good.
ahead, bro.
Nah, but see, it's like this. Like the only reason I think the way I think. Look, let me tell you something about me, right? I I put loyalty over money, over everything. I put honor over everything because I come from nothing. I grew up. I lived on my own. Me and my mom don't even see eye to eye. I would never want a woman like my mother. I tell her
That's
that all the time.
facts.
I would never
Oh
want a
God.
woman like you. You a man eater. That's why you live with your oldest son and your youngest son. I'm the only one that got kids. I'm the only one away from you. I would never want a woman like my mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of men, a lot of women used to always talk that talk like, oh, I want a woman like my mother. I don't want a woman like my mother. You crazy?
Nah,
As hell.
nah, nah. Now see, but
Because I know my
that's the
mother.
better goods that they sold us back in the day, right there. You know what I
No, I'm
mean?
just trying to
That's the
say. I just know my mom. You know what I'm saying? Me and my
yeah.
mom bump heads. I'm the only son that bump heads. I tell her straight up, like you lost your fucking mind. You crazy? You know what I mean? I don't disrespect her, but we go back and forth. But me and her the closest because we go back and forth. All my other brothers, they get their money. My mother got the same account with them. She's how much they spending. All that. Me, she don't, and she hates that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I just got into it about old girl earlier, dog. But at the end of the day, she done
Yeah.
told me. Even she might not tell you, but she respect you at the end of the day for that because she see the real man in you. But the brothers be the same way. It's like help her out though. We'll say that I do help her out. Me and my little brother take care of her type shit. But to just be micromanaging everything I do, like man, hell no. Or you should get a woman like your mama. Man, you got me fucked up, dog. You
Yeah, you know
got
what I'm
me.
saying?
That's
It's
crazy.
just it's just that. But see, I've been on my own so much, and I felt like I was always the group home kid. Like I had to do everything on my own. I lived in smoker houses. I left my mom at 16 when my dad died. So I just I just I just been on my own until now. So nobody could tell me nothing because I know what's right and I know what's wrong. Nobody taught me how to be a father. I knew how to be a father from just watching TV and just seeing what you're supposed to do. You understand? But I wasn't a great father. I'm a better father now because I'm not outside. But I wasn't a good dad because I didn't care. Only day I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I just cared. As long as I gave you some bread, you good. I ain't know how to be a father. My father died when I was young. I ain't know how to be a father. I learned when they sat me down, and I used to sit down, and I used to watch television, and I used to be inside for them 13 years. I watched TV, and I was like, wow, that's how you're supposed to be a dad. I didn't know how to be a dad. Now everybody says you're a great father. You're a great father. I mean, it's shit you just gotta learn on your own. You know what I'm saying? And then you know how many females always tell me, yo, D, I want a man. Why can't I have a man like you? Let me tell you something. When I was in a halfway house and I was working at LA Fitness making $6 every half an hour, and I was struggling, and I used to take the train, I used to take the bus and the train out in the rain and snow. Every female I try to holler at shitted on me. Every female I try to holler at shit on me because females can't see, like, yo, this dude got a potential. This dude they don't take the time out. That's why a lot of these women deal with dudes that got a lot of money and they treat them like shit. They OD on them. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, facts. I could tell just from the
Yeah,
way
I
you
feel that,
talk,
bro.
you got most of your, cause I'm around the same way. I ain't as old as you, so I ain't got all the wisdom that you got. But at the end of the day, I've been in the same type of situations. So it's like you got most of your wisdom. You learn how to survive at a young age, cause the street's gonna teach the street. I'm a firm believer. At the end of the day, the most clever and most smartest and what people with the most wisdom is the people that come out of them fucked up situations. Like you was in the streets, you been in jail in and out of your whole life. Like the game that you get in is far greater than you would get out of any book.
Look, I'm gonna tell you a short story. My sister, Dominican girl, right? It was my sister. I call her my sister, but she ain't my sister, but she my sister. She the one that helped me get my gym when I first came home, right? So, she make like 200 and 250, 300 a year, right? She owns Dominican hair salons. Beautiful house. She got a beautiful house, right? And she got 5 other houses. But she only liked certain kind of men. Now she gave up. And I tell her, you know what your problem is? God ain't gonna bless you with the dude you're looking for. It's gonna be a dude that's gonna come kind of. You're gonna have to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Good dudes that come home from whatever the system or whatever. They're just looking for somebody to help give them a chance.
Pounds is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And he gonna take it. He gonna take it to a whole. He gonna take it to a whole nother level. It's just that. Oh, I ain't helping no man out. I ain't helping no man out. What? Now you're alone. You want a baby. You can't have a baby. You know what I'm saying? You're sick. Now you just gave up. Telling me I'm just gonna just die like this because you keep looking at the wrong shit. You want men that got money. You tell me I want men that got money so they don't ask me for my money. Are you dumb? How many men? You know how many men will mess with a woman with no bread?
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? A man will mess with a woman with no bread and then help her get bread. Now she got bread. Okay. Yeah, she might change on you in the long run. Okay. That's a gamble, bro. When you shoot dice, it's a gamble. You might win or lose.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I cheated a lot. So that means I'm always be a cheater? No. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes somebody wake up. So when you deal with a woman and you make her grow, she might love you that much more. Like, yo, this dude helped me get on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride for this dude. And she might not. But it's a choice you gotta take. It's a choice you gotta take. It's a gamble. Life's a gamble, man. Like
Gotta
you don't
take that
start
risk.
gambling
Let
until
me
you
ask you this
die.
right now.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
talk
this
to me.
right now.
I'm listening.
What about the dude that, let's say he, like, because it's multiple men that been married 3 and 4 times. What about the men to where they didn't gamble 3 and 4 times and it never worked out, and each time they had to start over because they put there a lot of resources into building somebody up that they thought was going to be there.
All right, but look, no, but see, this is what I would do. This is me though. This is me. It don't take me 3 chances to mess up. I only been married once, but if I ever got to the bag, I'm doing a prenup. I'm doing a prenup, and my wife, you know what my wife says? I don't care if you do a prenup. I mean, she can answer it herself if she listening. I don't care if you do a prenup because I don't want you for your bread. I'm gonna make sure she good. So if we do separate, she gonna be good anyway. But you ain't gonna take everything I got.
Nah, that's locked in type shit though. You know what I
That's
mean?
raw as fuck, dog. That's
Yeah, that's
raw as
locked.
Yeah,
That's when
that's
you
some real
locked
day
in.
one shit though, for real.
Yeah.
If you love me, you don't care if I'm doing a prenup or not. If you love me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you love me, you don't care if we do a prenup
Facts.
because you don't got no ill will that you're gonna keep it moving on me. Now, if I do something foul as a man, I'm like, yo, I OD'd on her. I'm gonna make her right. Let me tell you something, man. You know why I don't cheat on my wife? Because I don't like to see her hurt.
Yeah, but that's what happened when you fuck with a real woman, though. You know what I mean? So
Nigga,
that's
you
No,
don't cheat on me because you be fucking bitches anyway, but okay.
no, I'm talking about before all that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's the coldest shit I ever heard.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, don't come up a dog, Misha.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just talking about when you really care for somebody, you don't want to see them crying like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you start to be like, damn, I'm okay.
That's a fact. Yeah.
What
When a
made it
man
better
really loves
what
a woman to see her hurts himself.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying now? You know what I mean? Like, you know, or you gotta be extra good with it. Stop being sloppy because you putting pain on her. If you really
Right.
rock with her, you don't want to see her going through that. What made it even better is when she started letting me live. Like when I go to DR, I go whatever, I get about 5 or 6 women. I'm good for the whole year's here. I'm burnt out.
Shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to my dog, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Can
And
I ask
listen,
a question
and
though, bro?
everybody,
Can I ask a question?
everybody ain't on that because when she like one of the brothers said like the Spanish women or whatever overseas, like when my wife be over there and it'd be like 6, 7 women in the living room and she'd be like, yo, and it'd be like go upstairs with these 2. She pick them out like, yo, I like this one, I like that one. Like she wanna pipe them out or something. You know what I'm saying? So when I go upstairs, the girls be like, I don't know, you crazy. So Spanish chicks, they not really with that. They just doing it because they need the bread. But what? That one of them Dominican girls find out you sleeping with someone, they'll chop your shit off.
Misha with the strap.
Yeah, he bullshit. Bro, I have my own strap pulled on me, dog. Bro. No, sir, boy. I thought I was gonna lose my life that
But
night,
this is
dog.
but let me help. Let's understand this though. They so stupid. They so fucking dumb that they don't know how great their relationship would be if they let their man smash every now and then. Because you acting real jealous, but you got a man and you selling coochie. You know what I'm saying? And you selling box.
Yeah.
You giving your wound away. But you'll be mad if a man smashes something just to release and still make y'all relationship that much greater. Y'all doing things, y'all having fun, but you giving it away to all these Americans. But you're snapping, you talking about you're jealous. But you're okay sleeping with Americans. Like women got the shit fucked up.
The way fucked
They
up.
one-sided. A lot of them is one-sided.
Man, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. And they cannot understand that it's one sided. Like a female be like, well, if you could do it, I could do it too. And I say, there's fundamental difference in that.
I tell my wife told I tell her what I say, babe. I say, you piss sitting down, I piss standing up.
That's a fact. We different biologically. That's why I say,
Yo,
goddamn it.
babe, I'm in Camden. How the fuck I get in Camden? Oh my god! Look, let me see if I got $5 in my wallet.
Man, you been
God
cooking so
damn!
much, you done missed the exit, dog.
Dang,
I'm in
right?
Camden.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm
You better
coming from
get your
Pennsylvania, and I'm in Camden.
you better
What
get
the?
your ass home.
And she said
Man,
that much
that
and
man has
shit.
served the whole state
Yeah.
48, dog. You done missed the exit, cooking too much.
Now I'm talking to y'all, but I be talking to y'all. I can't focus. I can't do too many things. My wife always complains about that. How much this shit? $6. One,
That's what's
two.
up, man. Listen though, I think if a lot of men had women with the Misha type of mindset, it would be a lot more long-term relationships. Because
How
why
you doing?
wouldn't there be? You know
This
what I mean?
$6 even I'm in this right here.
You got a chick that you could be honest with and things of that nature. And not only
Damn,
that,
this
you
not a
think, oh
truck.
wait, she
This is a
bad.
cargo van.
Dan, can you mute your
No,
phone if
Oh,
you're
okay.
gonna be
I
yelling?
got him. No, he doing business. Eh? I got him. No problem. You know what I mean? He going out. Damn. But no, man. I think it'll be a lot more long-term relationships. But before anybody chime in, let me read this message from YV because I'm kind of behind on the message. Because bro was
I'll read
cooking.
it.
Go ahead, love.
You want me to read it?
Oh yeah, of course you can read it. You sound a lot more better than I do.
I've been drinking too, so that's why I'm quiet.
Uh, I've been drinking.
Um,
I've been.
Men are too insecure, wanting a woman to love them for being themselves. That will never be the case. Why? Because of biology. Men are attractive because of resources. So become resourceful and play.
Bingo.
I agree. I agree. I agree. 100%. No lies detected. You know what I mean? You want a female to love you for you. Who is you? A nigga that good on 2K? Like, come on, bro. Let's be honest. What
Hey,
do you
Charlie
bring
T.
to the fence? That's why I say I gotta burn this shit down, just because it's so many. Is I think it's just as many delusional dudes out here as it is women. When you talk about, oh, these women don't deserve it, it's just as many niggas that don't deserve it either. That what they want. It's just the fact of the matter. Like, you cannot tell me those e-beggars that be going to these different countries deserve the same experience that, let's say, YV do, a person that got out there and grind for his bread. You don't deserve the same experience. And when niggas talk about life, I mean, oh, it's not fair. Nigga, life ain't fair. So yeah, no. Shout out
Bro,
to
I
Lady
think
Wisdom.
I think Game for Chicago has something to ask you.
Who, me or
Yeah.
right here?
So, just real quick, the dynamic that Rainier have with his wife. Do you think most men in America want that dynamic, but they just can't get it?
Yes,
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
yes.
I would say that.
It's biological. Do you know the root word of natural?
You said what?
Corn Scott? Yes, it's biological. I said, do you know the root word of natural?
I was going to say authentic,
Nature.
organic.
Nature. That's
Oh,
why it
nature.
sounds like,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Which is
Right.
to
Right.
say,
Right.
the more you are like nature, the more natural you are. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
It's in our
Right.
biology. Let me ask you this. I got another question for you. How many times can a woman get pregnant tonight?
One time.
How many times can a man impregnate a woman tonight?
Shit. Until he pass
50
out.
million.
You see what I'm saying? We're
Fact.
biologically we're biologically different.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
a
at
woman
the
can get
same
pregnant twice in one night
I seen that. That's some Jerry Springer shit though. That's weird.
by two different
That's
dudes,
weird. I seen that though. A chick had twins by two different niggas. I thought it was
by two
impossible.
eggs. Yeah.
I
Yep.
But
thought it
just
was
to say
crazy
real
impossible.
quick,
though.
like bro spitting game because we see like the realness that he coming from, but it's the dynamic. Like, and I just keep honing it back to like we wish it was more women that were acceptable to something like that, but we have to be the upstanding man and make sure that we own our wants and tools and take care of business, so that if a woman, quote unquote, do allow you to do you, she's comfortable and it ain't too much nah. But that's one of the reasons why we really fuck with Rainier, because the words be just powerful, bro, and it come from a place of love. It don't be no fugazi, and you really see the
Nah,
dynamic. Like, they really got a bond. They love each other. Everything's solid, and it's like, damn, I want that. But when I go outside in Chicago, bruh, around
okay,
me, it ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
It's
nothing but
hard out
damn
there
that.
for a
Well,
pimp.
not
let's throw our cards on the
yeah.
table though. Throw our cards now. Misha, she's a working woman and obviously she do her thing and things of that nature. But if we got to be honest with ourselves, are you able to take care of a woman the way that he take care of his wife?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You
Men
see,
got to build themselves and be on their ones and twos before they even think
and
about
I'm
that.
with
You
you.
right, Charlie. I'm just
I'm
talking
with you.
about the idea of it, the possibility of it. That's it.
Yeah.
You got a great possibility of it because at the end of the day, you from Chicago, so you have the same wisdom that he possessed. Is it every nigga from the hood that come from the trenches, dog? It's a certain type of wisdom and aura that we got, bro. So if you don't think you able to financially help out with a woman, but when you are able to, dog, bro, you can be just like that, dog. It ain't no reason why you can't, because she gonna know she got a nigga who gonna stand on business if something ever go down. She got a nigga who can financially help her, put her up on
Yeah, fact,
game, and
fact,
literally speak life into her. So
fact.
you
Yeah,
have
'cause
that potential,
he
dog.
didn't he didn't have money like that when I first met him. So it was, it wasn't always like what it is now, like I grew up, like in school I was always hanging around the niggas, and outside of school like I hang around the guys. So I just kind of figured that out on my own just by looking and seeing how the guys are and what they want and what they into, and I just kind of like went with that. But it wasn't a money thing because when I met Rainier, he was still at well, he had just opened his gym, but I didn't know how much money he had, and I don't even think he had that much money. I think he was I don't know, I'll let him explain that, but it don't even have anything to do with that.
He's talking. Hold on, Miss. I'm not trying to, but I'm finna unmute you right now when you was going through the toll. I muted you because I ain't want people to hear your business. But you unmuted right now, bro.
No. So she's right. Let me tell you something, right? I would never look. You know why? Listen. I tell all my homies, all my niggas that's married, they going through shit. They wish they was not married. They hate it, right? All my mans that work, all my homies, all my homies is married. And my wife could tell you. But see, the thing is this, right? The thing is this. They would never date a woman. Wait, where am I? Man, hold on. They would never date a woman like me. You know, I'm like Mish. You understand? So they would never give her time in the date. Like, they wives they work and all that, but when they go to strip clubs, they go to strip club, but they would never wife a stripper. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know why I like strippers? Because strippers in tune with their sexuality. You understand? I don't want no chick that's in the office. I like a chick that if I'm driving in the car, and I'm like, yo, let's pull over right now. We're going to smash. She's like, let's do it. Not like, oh, no, wait till we get home. I don't want that. You understand what I'm saying? You hear me?
That's a fact. Well, now we
Yeah,
hear
we
you
see,
loud and
bro.
clear, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes wouldn't give Ty a chance. A lot of dudes won't do it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm different. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
because
saying?
I
Because
was a dancer, and most guys ain't even going for that. A lot of guys talk shit about that now. So a lot of guys say, do you think we have hopes in finding what Rainier and Misha got? And I would like 1,000% say no. Like, y'all not going for what he went for, and females is not going for what I put up with. What I put up with in the past with Rainier, they would have been left a long time ago.
Right, because we're in a different time. Like, we're in a different, like the culture damn near way different now.
way different. And at the end of the day, that's why I say is niggas from the trenches, bro. Like it don't matter what trenches you from. The niggas from the church, Ray Neal, different. Like he outright different. So the average nigga not from the trenches, he gonna look at a dancer like, oh, she ain't got no worth. Oh, she could just do this and that. Man, hey, bro, you gotta look into it, dog. Because them girls who be dancing, they just not just they even if they don't like it, bro, they got a game plan with it. So if a like Charlie said, dancers and hustlers go hand in hand together like peanut butter and jelly.
Like priests and nuns.
Yeah,
Exactly. You
of
see what
course.
I'm saying?
And that's
Cut through
why
and flow.
I'm saying that's why. Look, I had white friends like my wife know Joe, my man, that he had a stripper store. He still got it out here. You know what I mean? Make good money. That's how me and her met. Anyway, but he did not like drug. He don't respect drug hustlers, and that's what he would not. He would talk bad about them. So that was one of my closest friends. But I knew how he felt about hustlers, so I know how he felt about me. Like y'all don't earn y'all money. Y'all worthless. Y'all just scums of the earth. And that's because his sister was an addict. But you know what I'm saying? But I felt some kind of way because I know how to get money. It's just that, I know how to re-up. I know how to profit. I know how to set things aside. I know how to have people working for me. I know how to run a business. It might not be the kind of business you like, but I ain't have to go to school for this. I know how to run business. And I never had a job, really. I always worked for myself because I always been a hustler. It taught me to do it. Look, when I bought this truck, one of the white girls said, I admire you. She was with me, my homegirl. I admire you because you just be jumping out the window doing shit. I would never do that. That's what I do. If I fail, I fail. And I get back and I get some money and I do something else. And if I fail, I do something else. I just keep doing it. Just like people play lotto, trying to hit that $1.5 billion that's about to be out here. How many times you lost, but you still try, right?
That's a fact.
Hell yeah, some got to stick.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't try it and if I don't do it, I never know if I could do it. Some people just give up, like I'm not doing it. And I get it, they like to save their coins. They like to save their money. But what you saving your money for? For what? For somebody else to spend it when you die? When you check out, you have a heart attack tomorrow. Where your money going? You better hope the state don't lock it up. Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta just wake up. We just gotta live, man. We gotta live a little bit. We gotta live a little bit. That's all we gotta do is live a little bit. Because whatever you doing, if it's not working, obviously you're not doing something right. So do something opposite than what you like to do. That's it. Just do something opposite than what you like to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might make you a better person.
Today, and they was talking about getting that shit together, and they was talking. I was like, sometime in this journey, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because conformity, not failure, but conformity is the opposite of success. When you conform to whatever situations you had and things of that nature, when you so content enough to where you don't want to make a change and things of that nature. So, man, you speaking to a hustler spirit right there. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
I
I already know. Yeah, I already know. You know what I mean? It's just like, imagine how powerful we would be with people that's got mindsets like this. Women that's like Mish, like it's with Ty, like Ty. Now imagine, all right, let's just imagine this, right? Imagine we was all squad. And I got the hustler's ambition. He got the hustler's ambition. Hush got the hustler's ambition. Charlie got the hustler and got the credit. Tam smart. Like everybody form Voltron. You know how powerful it would be? But let me tell you something though. What will happen though is there'll be a lot of different attitudes and different people thinks, a way of thinking, what will cause it to fail. But if everybody put that aside, man, in 5 years, man, this unity will be up. we be rich as shit.
Yeah.
Because you have everybody that's not gatekeeping. We're a family. We're gonna hold it down. Charlie, Bob with the credit. Bob, Hunch. Oh, he got to know how to do the routes. Other this, boom, boom, boom. Oh, overseas, we hook up with these dudes. We find out this. Oh, they got girls. Oh, we hook up with some girls when they got. I'm sure. Miguel's. I'm Jay wifey got another girlfriend, a cousin. Boom, we're gonna do the same thing over here. Boom, boom. If everybody didn't gatekeep, we'll win. It's just that too much gatekeeping and too much different personalities. And everybody, if somebody's not counting somebody else's money, like you're getting this much, you know what I mean? It's too much of that. If everybody could put shit aside and just let it be good, man, motherfuckers would be eating, man. It'll be over. It's just that people just can't come together like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Bro.
Hey
Shout
Peppers,
out to you,
Peppers, I see what you said, Mr. Peppers. Wisdom is earned over
I
time, not where you're from. But what I mean by that is, you take a silver spoon person, they feel privileged to everything. But if you get somebody who done actually come from the struggle, that done been in and out of jail, bro, all you got to do is just sit and just listen to them talk. I'm not talking about just talk about sliding on that, bro. I mean, just listen to them talk about life, bro. You'll see they hold a different type of wisdom, bro. It's way different, because wisdom don't come with age; it come with experience. So if you going through stuff, if you constantly going through stuff, you gaining wisdom through every tribulation that you go through.
That's a fact. I agree with that. Like, when it comes to wisdom, it's wild that you guys say that, because I got a specific saying about wisdom. Wisdom is the one thing that cannot be taught or bought. You have to experience wisdom.
Yeah, you gotta live that shit.
That's why I be
Right.
listening. That's why, exactly what I said earlier. It's not a shot at nobody. It's just, if I know you come from the struggle, you've been in and out of jail, in and out of prison your whole life. I wanna listen to you talk. I'm not just hearing you talk. I'm listening, because I know the game that you saying. The average person who ain't never been through nothing ain't gonna be able to put you up on that.
Or some people might say, well, he can't be that Baji Blah because he's in and out of the system. Only reason I was in and out the system because I was on my own. I didn't have no father, no mother, no uncle, no brothers. Huh?
Now, I was telling Black Queen, I think he got feedback. You see. Nope, that's not. I just muted him. I think that may be somebody else that have feedback.
But like I just said, like, even when I was inside, I used to sit down with lifers, because I used to explain to them. I had people around me that never even knew what a microwave was. And they used to listen to me talk about a microwave. But I used to listen to them talk about how to move inside and what to stay away from. Don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And you just learn. Every day you learn, bro. We learning from each other now. Off this YouTube shit. You know what I mean? We learning what to do. Talking about Brazil, talking about DR, talking about Miami. We learning. It's a fact. We learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, we learning. Every day we learning. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's about.
Rainier, can I ask a question, bro?
Say that.
So, to bring it back, what you were saying earlier about like how the women overseas, how they be jealous, like they real jealous, and they be like selling box, but they be jealous of what you doing. Do you think that overseas that there's a better quality of women that might be more acceptable to that dynamic overseas, even though you say like they still jealous and they still be wilding out?
I think you have a better chance because that they know that if they deal with a regular man in Colombia or Dominican, they're gonna cheat on them anyway. And they know that you're gonna do what you're gonna do as a man, and you're gonna still hold them down. And I do think that you will have a better chance than over here. Yeah, I think so. But I also know that when it go down, it's gonna go down greater over there too than over here.
Mm.
That's a
You
fact. That's a
understand?
fact.
You might wake up and your whole man might be off. You know what I'm saying? Over here, they just want to, hit you or throw something at you. Over there, they slicing you. They slicing your Yaming off.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get it
You know what I mean? You just
twisted.
got, you just got to talk with them. I'm sure that you can go over there and you can talk with the female. Like, listen, this is what it is. I love you to death. I'm gonna hold you down. You're gonna be my number one. We rocking out. You live with me. You can stay with me and all that. But I'm a shake and bake. The best bet for you to do is get a girl that's bisexual. If you over there, then she be like, well, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with you. Bang. That's it. You locked in.
Charlie, I like boobies.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna say, "Bang, that's it. You locked in."
You
You locked
locked in,
in.
gang.
That's it. Nigga, checkmate. You won. Shit. Nostalgia, bro. What you just say, Tim?
That's
I didn't say anything.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of listen, a
I
lot
got
of
some more.
look, a lot of black sisters, a lot of black women over here, they act like they not down with that. But then when they go on a girls trip, they over there eating box in Colombia on the low. Tell me I was drunk. I didn't know what happened.
that's
I knew a
facts.
girl that did that. She used to
That's
travel with her
facts.
friends and they all be in the shower together.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean? But they won't look out for their man. But you just fell in the coochie, right? That's what you just told me. Just your lap just fell on coochie. I
Yeah,
never
but
been
it's a
that
little
drunk in my
scary
life.
because if you go over there and your woman love you so hard, it don't just got to be a Latin America country. It could be Africa. It could be Europe. Like wherever you go and you decide, like, okay, you is what I want. And sometimes they will tell you yes, but it's like when it really start happening, it's like I don't think I could take that, bro. And then they fuck around and crash out, or they try to talk to you about it, or they just go back on what they agreed on. And it's like, but I thought
Just
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, just look at
That's
all
when
the
they go
women
back to the
that
street stuff.
look at all the women in America that was into it, like Jocelyn Hernandez, and look at all the people that let their man. It was all mostly like a lot of Latin women, bro, and a lot of sisters that do it. But okay, Swiss Beats and what's the name? Swiss Beats and his
Alicia
wife.
Keys.
Yeah, she like box. You know what I'm saying? But then she get mad when her man, when they separated, her man went and did his own thing because they be acting like they don't like box. They want to act like they're straight, but then you boxing out later on. You know what I'm saying? Like you was smashing him. You was sleeping with Mashonda, his ex-wife.
Damn.
It was a threesome. It was a threesome thing y'all was doing, and then he made you his wifey. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you got to stop fronting because you got to do what makes your situation better. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. I got women in my gym. Most of my women in my gym is single. No man. Because they got all the goddamn answers. They know everything.
Mm.
They know too much. White. I'm talking about great jobs.
Bez, he said, "Do you want to be right or do you want to have a man?" Because it's not going to
That's
be both.
fact.
Yeah, they want both. They want to be both. They want to be right and have a man.
Yeah,
And
You
they
know what I'm
are.
saying? And that's why the YouTube is so bad with all men talking about women. Because it's going to be to the point where women just going to be like, damn, you know what I mean? They're going to be stuck. Like, they're going to be stuck. And I ain't going to front. I got girls. And I don't want my girls going through that neither. But that's why I want to move out the country so my girls can have a better life and they can just do it. They can just be chilling. Because right here is over, man. America is over. I ain't going to let
Yeah,
no dudes
facts.
do it dirty.
A different culture.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Rainier, hold up right fast. Tam, you want to read that message from YB? I'm a little behind on the messages.
Yeah,
Welcome,
hold
brother.
on. Yeah. Misha, no. A woman never needs to offer anything but 100% respect. Men should already have it all together.
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry.
I think
You
that's an
said
old comment.
Yeah. That was from damn near an hour ago. Like Rainier was cooking to. I didn't even want to like interrupt the flow. So yeah, no, that was from a while ago. But he was
You want
just
me to read
saying,
all of his real quick?
yeah, you can. I could highlight them that way. We could go ahead and move forward. Just showing love to the brother that showed love to the panel.
Men do
Go ahead.
take a chance with specific situations, Misha, but they usually get burned and disrespected in the end. That's why ninjas usually don't entertain seriously. The next one is a woman's past. To be realistic, does not matter if she's a beautiful woman. Her beauty will always give her a path to success. Then he says, exactly, Rainier. That's boss. Rainier is 1000% authentic. I love it. Rainier's experience with humanity. Prenups are not ironclad. Same here. Every husband I know is going through it. Miserable. Boom.
That's a fact. That's a fact. In fact, I told some niggas that was married that I know. I said, man, bro, if marriage was a commercial, would nobody buy that shit? Don't no niggas seem happy on that shit. You know what I mean?
But hey, but look, like Charlie. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think, Charlie? Because everybody that's miserable try to do it the way their uncles did it, their aunts did it, their grandparents did it, and they're
Society tell
miserable.
them to do it. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that.
So that's why I do it my way. Because look, me and my Wiz, man, we happy as two. We happy as faggots in Boys Town.
We can't use those terms.
All right, we happy.
That's yeah. But yeah,
we
no,
happy. We happy. That's it. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Listen, hold up. But hold on. But that's a shout out. But that's not a bad thing. It's just they happy when they're in Boys Town. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. That part is the F word that they.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, my bad. But but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes what they taught us, and that's what the world is. The world, I guess, the world made it like the Willie Lynch laws. Like they wanted us to live a certain kind of way because you got to think about it. We picked up the relationships is the Westernized. That's the European stuff. How you should do it like this, do it like that, do it like this, do it like that. So we started to wanted to do it like them, and it destroyed our households. Now the women don't even like the men no more.
Babe, can you give other people a chance to talk?
All right, I'm out of here. You know what? Why don't you get off the live? You're not supposed to be on it anyway. Go to sleep. Don't you gotta go to work in the morning? All right, y'all. One love. Peace.
Right there. Yeah, nah.
That was on there serving cheese shot on, dog.
I ain't gonna front. I should have been home 40 minutes ago. I don't know where I'm at. I'm just driving. Bye.
Oh, that's why she wants you to get off. That nigga ain't made it.
Nah, because when he start cooking, he don't give nobody a chance to talk. He just be talking.
Chief, man, let him keep cooking. He gonna end up in Delaware
but he was
somewhere.
dropping gems. I don't think no man that was on the panel was upset with that though, because he was sharing some real life advice. You know what I mean?
That was some good wisdom.
Listen, I would just let him rock. Yeah, definitely got some good wisdom. That's the difference between men. Like, say, we understand that it's a position that everybody has to play. You know what I mean? And if bro in his bag and he cooking and he's sharing, like Huncho said, man, I'm tuned in. I'm all ears. You know what I mean?
When he get to talking, bro, I don't do it. I don't just be hearing what it don't go in one end out the other, bro. Literally soak that in, bro. Because people that really come from the struggle, bro, when you hear them talk about life, bro, it's a different aspect. They show you something different. For you to be able to grow, you have to be able to take that in. I don't just be hearing what he's saying. I really be listening to what he's saying.
Yeah. People don't understand that's a fundamental difference between hearing and listening. But shout out to you for that one, though. Black Cleaner, how you doing, sir?
Oh, so y'all want me to follow up behind that?
I think you can. I think it's a we We're gonna
I'm finna
prove this
say,
one on
dog.
in, man. We're gonna prove this one on in, man. In fact, bro, I think we're gonna sit down in probably about another 20, 25 minutes. Last night, bro, I was up so late. Fuck with I didn't get my thumbnail out till today. I ain't get no good sleep, bro, because I am very like focused on trying to run this marathon, man. It like I thought about canceling like 5 times, but it's like, bro, if you're not sick or in a car accident or broke down on the side of the road, you need to show up and show out, man.
Yeah, we appreciate the
I agree.
panels.
Man,
I
I
agree.
appreciate y'all
You
pulling up,
said
man. Like, my bad, Black Cleaner, go ahead.
no. I was just saying I agree because you set out a target. You know what I'm saying? So you got to complete your target.
Absolutely. And which brings me to my next point. That's why I gotta burn what the ideology of what this is down. You know what I mean? I gotta burn it down because it's you brothers that keep me accountable. You know what I mean? It's like when the other shit was going on and I came on and I said this, that, and the third, it's because the brothers was holding me accountable. You know what I mean? Each one teach one, shit steel sharpen steel, man. And guess what, man? If we like just to I can't even add what Rainier was saying because he was cooking so much, but just to just elaborate a little bit more, man. What I'm trying to foster over here is a community, man, where we can lean on each other. I could pull up in Panama and Black Cleaner, goddamn it, with respects to his time, could give me some lay of the land. You know what I mean? I could link up with Asriel in Brazil. He like, oh, bro, you want to stay in this area for the such and such, bro? You good over here? You know what I mean? I could, goddamn it, pull up to Misha and Rainier. Probably they business because they probably ain't gonna have niggas that like pulling up to their crib out there and shit like that. But pull up to the business out there and get some motherfucking ribs or something. I could link with Tam, and Tam is a very smart woman, man, and very, very ladylike in my opinion. That's why I fucks with Tam so hard. I'm just saying,
And
like,
she got a
even when it
sandwich for you.
say that again, yeah. We're gonna talk sandwiches, Tam and I. But that's just like with Black Cleaner. I mean, that's like with Mo Black on here. He know things about the oil business. Even Huncho be on here talking shit, but he know a lot of shit about the trucking business. That bro, like, he just pulled up and started sharing knowledge. That's what I'm trying to foster over here, man. A community of men that not just only hold each other accountable, but we lift each other up because guess what? We go farther together. The saying is if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And not digress.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Both you and Rainier was making some points. You know, when he was saying, if everybody had the hustler's mindset and we had the resources, then we would all be able to do something together, and and we'd be all the way up because that's how most of these conglomerates that we see that are giants now. That's how they created. They were all, they all, as he said, formed Voltron. They got together with their resources, they knowledge, their skills, but they also had the hustler's mindset and the balls to be able to do it. But what I noticed with us is this, okay? And I've always talked about this before. It's survival, okay? It's hard for people who are in a survival situation to be able to come together because everybody is too busy worrying about eating and surviving. Me, I'm at the point now, all right, I don't have to worry about um where I'm going to sleep at. You know what I'm saying? Because whether I work or don't work, I'll still have a roof over my head. I'll still have food. So I'm at the point now where I'm out of survival mode. I'm in the love and belonging mode. I'm in that mode where I can share, pass the plug, and want to link up with other people of like mindsets. And that's really where you want to be. Because what happens is when everybody is on that place where, okay, I got a roof over my head, I got food in the refrigerator. Now all I got to do is just get up and hustle. All I got to do is just get up and work. Now we can build from there. But if you over here like, damn, yo, my stomach is touching the back of my ribs. I don't even know where I'm going to sleep at tonight. Everybody look like food. It looks like the cartoon that we used to watch when we was kids where the wolf is over there looking at each other and one of them's looking like a T-bone steak and the other one's looking like lamb chops. Y'all seen that one? So the key is to be able to find a
Yeah.
way.
You talking about that's that old school cartoon.
Exactly. You're looking like food to the next man. So what we need to do is figure out how we can get out of the survival situation and get to the next level where, okay, I'm good on the food, I'm good on my housing. Now let's build. And once you're able to do that, then you'll see the change.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
agree.
done.
That's what I also believe that it's a proven path. But like I say, each one teach one, and it's better to like run in a pack than run alone unless you plan on looking at everybody as food. I plan on cultivating the community to where I could pull up on brothers from the community and be like, bro, I know I'm in good hands when I go meet up with Foreign Skies. I know I'm in good hands. I don't got to worry about no back door when I go meet up with DCPRT. You know what I mean? I could build with Ryan. That's what I'm talking about over here. Like each one teach one. Each one we hold each other accountable because guess what? It'll get to a point to where it's no point of you not looking for a woman now. It's the time like, bro, you know what? I done found a chick, bro. I done ran through something. I done found a chick that I'm willing to slow down for. You see what I'm saying? It's the difference between something you running across something or you looking for it out of desperation because then you can make you can make a bad move. You know what I mean? Opposed to like say, I got this many chicks and this is the one that's staying head and shoulders above the rest. So this is the one that's what I'm talking about here. Becoming that man that attract women, becoming that man that attract women. Money, becoming that man that attracts, period, being okay with yourself. But shout out to my good brother K9, man, pulling up, showing love, bro. Always appreciate you pulling up, man. But anybody got anything that they want to add to that? Like I say, we probably gonna start wrapping this thing up in probably about the next 10-15 minutes, and things of that nature. I got a question. Misha, what do you think about as a woman, from what you heard for the last 15-20 minutes? No, Misha probably with the baby right now. But anybody got anything that they want to add or say, things of that nature? Just because
Chime in. Can you hear me?
go ahead, bro. Yes, sir.
So just real quick, just trying to piggyback a little bit what Black Cleaner was saying. It started with ourselves. It has to. Self-love, self-care, self-loyalty.
Self-respect.
Start yeah. It starts with yourself before you can love or conquer or move forward to something else. That could be a person, a place, or a thing for me. And also, when we get to that point, then we can take care of somebody else. Then we can, give, as Black Cleaner was saying, I can give a little because I didn't already looked out for myself. I'm straight. So, like he was saying, a lot of men just need to understand that it starts with us first. You got to love yourself before you can love somebody else. You got to help yourself before you can help somebody else, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll land on that.
Yeah. And to expand on what you're saying, just a little quick thing. What I've heard, like rich people say, you got to be selfish before you could be selfless. You got to help yourself before you can help somebody else. You got to put on your mask first. Have you ever
Facts.
thought about why they told you got to put on your mask first? Have anybody ever
Because you got to
thought
look your
about
own
that?
self in the eye.
No, I'm talking about on the plane when they be like, put on your mask first before you get
Oh,
on there.
yeah. Because you got to,
No,
save
because in the
yourself so you can
middle of
save
putting on
somebody
somebody
else.
else. No, I'll just make it as simple as I can. So in the middle of putting on somebody else's mask, you could pass out. Now both of y'all assed out. You see what I'm saying? Secure yourself first and then save somebody else. Do y'all know why those buoys, those lifeguard buoys, are shaped the way that they are to where you can hold it from both sides? Because it is originally meant for when you go out in the ocean and you saving somebody from drowning, they can hold on to that as you swimming in. That's why the thing is on wrapped around the lifeguard's shoulder or the waist. But it's also meant to be used as a weapon. You know why? Because a drowning man will drown you. You see what I'm saying? Self-preservation is key, is what I'm trying to relate, gentlemen. But I yield the floor.
Yeah, I just wanted to give this story. You always know I always got a story or a true story, and it boils down to what everybody was saying with self, but it takes like mindedness. Like prime example, when I got out of the military, um, I moved to Atlanta. Now, all my friends that I was in the military with, we all got out around the same time. And since we was all 22, 23 years old and didn't want to go back home to our parents, we was like, where are we gonna go? And I was like, yo, Atlanta's is where it is right now. That was the Columbia back in the early 2000s. So what we did was we ended up renting a house together. Okay, it was five of us. Excuse me, four of us in a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house, and we all, because we was all disciplined, we all went out and got jobs, and we all split the rent. It was only $1,200 a month, and the four of us put $500 together, and that allowed us to pay all of the utilities and even have a couple of luxuries. We had the landscaper come and cut the grass. We didn't have to go outside. We had a house cleaner come in and clean the house. We had cable, internet, and all of that stuff going on because all of us paid the $500 a month, which came out to $2,000 a month. So we was just chilling, living in the house comfortably. So me over there having that with my friends that I was in the military with, I'm like, okay, well, shoot, let me do this with my family. I went out and bought a house. I moved my younger brother in there. I moved my older cousin up in there. And I have my daughter's mother. He had his daughters. He had his girl. And I'm like, okay, all we got to do is pay $500 a month. A whole bunch of craziness happened after that, because here's my older cousin, what I'm saying, he from the streets. And I always tell people this, I'm from the streets too, but see, I'm the person who was not smart enough to hang with the nerds and not street enough to hang with the thugs. I've been always the one that was in the middle. So here's my cousin, he's from the streets, and I'm like, yo, but he's my big cousin, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to him getting, $500, I gotta pull. It's like pulling teeth, because he's looking at me like, oh, this nigga's weak. I can just, say something or whatever, and he's trying to finesse me. I'm like, damn, nigga, number one, you older than me. You know what I'm saying? Why am I? And you a truck driver on top of that. Why the hell am I pulling teeth trying to, get $500 out of you? Because me and him don't have the like mind. He didn't respect me. And then here's my brother, who's my younger brother, but number one, as you said, he didn't have the self-discipline to be able to make $500. So he always had problems when it came to that regard. And then you had the girls out there that was trying to finesse. So it was just a whole bunch of craziness going on in the house for something that was simple. I'm like, why was I able to do it with my boys who we was all in the military with, but I couldn't do it with my own family? So, and everything would have worked out well, because the funny thing was this: the mortgage on the house was less than $1,200 a month. It was only $890 a month. And then everybody was coming out with all of these excuses like, well, it ain't my house, it's your house. We just tenants up in here. And I'm like, but if we would, all we got to do is just live together in harmony, and we would be able to grow from here. And once you get on, I'd help you with your house, and then we can help the other one get their house. And because we are all saving money. But everybody had this finesse mindset to get over it. So guess what? It died. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up having the house ended up getting foreclosed on. I ended up walking away from the house. I ended up getting another condo just for myself, and moving on. And everybody else just fell by the wayside.
Yeah.
And so that's why, when I'm talking to people, I'm looking and vetting and seeing the mindset of the people. I do like this crowd that we have here, because I can see that everybody here, Charlie, Rainier, Misha, Travel POV, everybody, even the people that are on the panel right now. I can't see everybody's name because I'm legally blind. Tam, Honcho, Prime, everybody got the same mindset. That's why I respect y'all and fucks with you all. And that's what really what it needs. It need to have that mindset to be able to do these things. And I'm gonna
That's a
leave it
fact.
right there. I'm gonna end my plane right there.
And we
I,
fuck
I'm
with you too, Black Cleaner. You a wise brother.
That's a
Appreciate
fact.
y'all.
And I look forward to linking up. Let me read this from our Scream sponsor, man. I think he got two more before I get up out of here, man. It was, man, great having you, YB. He said, man, love yourself. Be resourceful. One, work, save, and purchase a property cash. Rent that property. The whole rent is profit. Continue to work and save with your new rental income and repeat. Shout out to YV dropping some financial game. That's the ram I'm trying to get into. Us helping each other. What's next? What's next? Oh, you can have all the chicks in the world. What's next? Why do it matter? Goddamn it, if you gotta go work what 3 months to come out here for 2 weeks and you splurge like your life is the bomb. Come on, bro. Shout out to YV where he say good
And
night, bosses. Man, you
let,
have a good one, bro.
let me add to that because actually YV just touched on the blueprint that I actually followed. Just the story that I just told you all right now, right? When my house, I foreclosed on my house on purpose. The reason being was this, okay? My house was underwater. I bought it for $128,000, okay? It was only worth because it was during the recession in 2008 or whatever. So my house was only worth $88,000. Okay. When I was in the process of the whole foreclosure, I met a chick who owned a condo and she was moving to Detroit. She was like, yo, me and my family was getting together because the houses in Detroit during that time, they were selling them, the bandos and all of that, they were selling for $5,000 cash. I was like, well, how much are you selling this condo for? She was like, yo, I'm just trying to leave. I'm selling this condo for $10,000 cash. I ain't even know that they had places that you could live that are being sold for $10,000 cash. And she was like, well, everybody else is selling theirs for $15,000 cash. So when she told me that, I went on the internet on Zillow and Realtor because one of my boys, he hit me. He was like, this is what you do. You adjust the filters because when you go on Zillow, when you go on Realtor, they're always going to show you the featured listings, which are usually the high price listings. He says, no, what you do is you go in there and you adjust the filters and you put your maximum to be about $50,000 to $60,000. That's when you'll start seeing all of those low cash houses. That's what I did. And when I did that, I started seeing all of the houses that was in Atlanta that was being sold for, under $50,000. And I ended up getting into a car accident and I ended up getting $36,000 out of that car accident. And I had a choice. I could either pay my mortgage that I was in foreclosure on or go buy one of these houses cash. That's a no-brainer, right?
That's a fact.
You're gonna pay the arrears and continue paying your mortgage, or you're gonna go over here and buy this house cash and now you ain't got no more mortgage. So that's what I did. I went and bought the house for $31,000 cash. And then from then I just lived in it and then the rent appreciated and then I was able to rent it out for $1,200 a month. And that's how I'm able to be able to live in Panama right now comfortably because whoever's living in my house right now is paying for me to live here in Panama.
That's
And that's because I was able to buy the house cash. But there's houses out here in different parts of the state that you can get for $10,000, $15,000. You might not be able to get it in Atlanta for $10,000, $15,000 anymore unless you're trying to live in the SWATs and have bullets, flying over your head or Old National. But you can go move to Augusta, Georgia. You can go move to, Columbus, Georgia, which is only an hour or 45 minutes outside of Atlanta and be able to follow that formula. Or you can go move to Cleveland or, some of these other places or Alabama. they still have that that formula still works where you can buy it cash and now you're able to save money and build. And so that's why, you know, I respect what YV said, but I'm just telling you, I'm living proof of that formula. That formula works. So get out there and do it.
Yeah, he just put in the chat exactly, Black Cleaner. You know what I mean? So shout out to you for that, for sharing that game. Misha, I wanted to just because we're getting ready to wrap up here. This one, man, shout out to you, Misha, for pulling up, man. Since you know it's always a pleasure to converse with you and bro, man. Like y'all a treasure trove of knowledge, and you gotta know I'm gonna keep y'all to your word. When y'all blow up, you know what I mean? You say y'all ain't switching up on the fam, so we got you on camera saying that, though. We got you on live saying that. So, man, shout out to y'all, Misha, man. I thoroughly appreciate chopping it up with you. Foreign Skies, young brother, man. Hey, bro, you got a bright future ahead of you, man, and sound like you got your head on your shoulder, bro. You doing your thing. Once again, bro, it was a pleasure conversing with you, man. And anytime you see me up in this my panel, you're more than welcome to pull up, bro. You don't even gotta ask no more, which I appreciate you asking, but I consider you part of this thing of ours. So this thing of ours come included with this goddamn stream and stuff like that, bro. So definitely appreciate you pulling up, man. Misha said that's what's up. He said, man, fire panel, another banger. Appreciate you, Foreign Skies, man. You said you dropped off by mistake. Well, either or, man. We was wrapping up anyway, but bro, you added a lot to the conversation, man. I don't like I say. I think we have conversed before, you and I. But like I said, it's always a pleasure, man. Especially to link up with like-minded brothers. That's why I say, man, we got to burn it down before we can rebuild. We got to burn it down before we can rebuild, man. We got like I said, we got brothers like YV. We got brothers like Black Cleaner, man, that they just dropping game that other people was trying to sell to y'all. But I get it. A lot of people don't respect what they get for free. You know what I mean? Because they say attention go where your money goes. You can say that you love your kids, this, that, and the third, but listen, let's see where your money go. Your money go on crack. That's what you love. You know what I mean? So we got to stay focused, gentlemen. We just got to stay focused. But Black Cleaner, man, we getting ready to close out, man. Do you got anything that you want to add before we close out?
Nope. I said it all. I'm done. I appreciate y'all. Thanks. I'm out.
Yeah, for sure. So, yep, man, we definitely appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Like I say, Charlie Chan, same Chan time, same Chan place, man. We're gonna do it again tomorrow. Shout out to Misha for noticing that I wasn't drinking tonight, man. You know what I mean? I really wanted to be tuning in with you guys and everything. Shout out to Tam for pulling up, man. Shout out to Mr. Peppers in the chat. Shout out to my good brother, Prime, always showing love from the chat and things of that nature. And we're gonna close out with the other song. So you guys put in your bid and things of that nature. So this is Charlie Chan with Charlie Chan TV, and we're gonna close out with this right here. Let me see what we got going. Yeah. Late nights. Open mics. Truth only move when the room got order. Mr. Peppers and Prime on the control. Welcome to Charlie Chan TV. Yeah. Three beautiful women, a whole panel in a vibe. Vibing with me, she set the tone when she look you in your eyes. Tam talk straight, no filter, no disguise. And a smooth with it, every word calm but precise. Chat going crazy, yeah, the numbers stay live. Everybody got opinions when the combo get tight. Different views, same table, respect, stay intact. Late night panels where the feelings meet facts. Late night, don't sleep, don't sleep. True talk, true, don't retreat, don't retreat. Panels live, crowd out, Charlie Chan, TV, 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 Charlie Chan, drama in the air, yeah,
sick of the lies. Same topics rotate every time you go live. Black man in Germany, Berlin state of mind. Different culture, different land, still speaking this side. Black cleaner, keep it solid, street calm, no flex. Miguel, keep it gangster, let the truth handle the rest. Ain't nobody running when the questions get steep. Nothing moves unless Pepper's not prime, say speak. 2 moderators, 1 room, 1 mic at a time. Now let it cook. Charlie Chan, TV Louisiana, where it starts. Southern roots, but the vision way bigger than charts. Panel talking night, motel reviews by day. From lobby to rooftop, he telling no fake. Grinding every wildin' in the comments tonight. Typing fast, cracking jokes, adding fuel to the light. When I dance the moment, stop supporter in the chat. But he said, cam up, Charlie, yeah, pressure like that. Hey, the travel POV, not at all mid live. Guess these late nights feel different, everybody can survive. Hey, late nights, say don't sleep, don't sleep. Real talk, real raw speech, Peppers grind, crowd loud, Charlie Chan, TDD, Charlie Chan, TDD, Charlie Chan, TDD. Shout out to Live Chat, shout out to Replay Game, shout out to
Appreciate everybody for pulling up, man, and see y'all tomorrow night.